Anthony are no strangers to scandal.
Opie and Anthony on satellite radio.
Apparently, Opie and Anthony are dicks.
Oh, here they go again.
It's a fun, dopey radio show.
Not just any radio show. A radio show that inspires beyond your wildest dreams.
The show was a lot funnier on NEW.
The show's hosts, Anthony Cumia and Greg Opie Hughes.
Controversial team.
6 years without getting fired, a new record for us.
It's just astounding to me.
I didn't want to say it's racist, but goddamn.
This show will rock as best as we could possibly do this radio show.
I'm going to go home and whack to a tranny later. There you go, all right?
God, we just lost our demo, man. What's wrong with you?
This is the last straw for the raunchy radio duo.
The Opie and Anthony Show, the most popular show in the history of satellite radio.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
And we're off.
Hi, everybody.
You can blame me for the late start. I was ready to go, and then all of a sudden I felt my colon filling up. What did you say, Danny? Like a water balloon?
Yeah.
And I ran out of here as Ecstasy of Gold was playing. And man.
Felt a torpedo in the torpedo tube. Torpedo tube number 1 loaded.
I was in a panic. I'm like, just throw anything on, please. Give me a couple minutes.
You know, last week at the Garden, I was before Ozzy came on, Halford was on, and I went to fart.
Did he stick his dick in and stop it? Right, that was record time for the first homo joke.
But dude, I don't know what it's like. You ever feel like you're about to cut a gasser and you realize that you're going to shit your pants, and all of a sudden you realize it's going to be liquid, you're going to shit, and you have to emergency slam it with one of those.
Yeah, but have you ever had that same situation and you're not sure which way it's going to go, and you decide to go for it?
It's like a game show. I'm going to go for it.
I think this is going to be a fart, but it could very well be that I'm going to shit my pants here. You know what? I got to go for this.
Now, are you going to hold it in,
for it.
or are you going to try to fart? I'm going to try to fart. He's going to try. He's going to try.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Yeah, because you feel it, the pressure, and you're like, you know what? I'm in a situation right now that I think I got to go for this.
Sometimes doesn't it feel like the air itself has to go around something?
Yes.
You're like, it's either going to go around or push it.
Well, that's where the horrendous farts come from.
Well, yeah.
The air is just moving around a duty.
Around, picking up all of its goodness.
And then that's why they're just horrendously bad. No, I did not find a beach, Kevin from Connecticut. Fucking Kevin from Connecticut and all you fucking Pats fans can fucking congratulations.
Wow.
On your fucking team up there in fucking Foxborough.
Wow, what a
Jets didn't even show up.
What a close one.
45-3. I gave up. I congratulated everybody on Twitter around middle of the third quarter. Yeah. It was obviously over.
I did during the coin toss.
Hey, you might as well.
It just looked over from the first play. It just looked over.
Yeah.
It was like, oh no, Brady's just back there. He's got a lounge chair. He could just sit back. The ball snapped. He's fucking doing his taxes. Whatever he wants to do.
Obviously not a fan of Brady, but he's an unbelievable quarterback. And what makes him unbelievable is the fact that it was very cold and very windy up there, and it didn't bother him at all. He knows how to play in that shit.
Yeah.
He was making passes left and right, and they acknowledged how bad the wind was, you know?
Yeah, I don't think that had anything to do with it. I think, like you said, the Jets finally got caught.
Well, a lot of people think, I'm not willing to officially say this, but a lot of people think the Jets aren't as good as their record.
They're a fraud.
And they finally got caught.
They're a fraud.
That's just what some people out there are saying.
They were squeaking by, Spicoli.
But I bleed green, so I will not say that, sir.
Bleed jet green.
I will not say that, sir.
Bleed jet green.
What was the final score?
45-3.
45?
45-3.
Yeah, I was 24-3 when I left.
It was a complete spanking. And even the field goal they made was starting to curve to the left. I'm like, oh my God.
Really bad.
At least fucking
get Doug from Boston, how about that 13-yard punt?
Yeah. And then our punter almost whiffed. He almost whiffed. The punt was 13 yards and I think that was because it rolled forward slightly. And the abuse on Twitter was brutal. But Spectro in Michigan, I'm not sure if he said it on Twitter, but he says it here. Pats equals the Harlem Globetrotters. Jets equal the Washington Generals.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Did you see that pass Sanchez threw like right to one of the Patriots?
Yeah.
Just like I mean, directly to him, where it didn't even come close to a receiver. It was just, here, you take this.
Yeah, I don't want it anymore.
No,
I need my hands in a warmer.
Unbelievable.
In a hand warmer.
Yeah, I just need to put my hands in my little hand warmer.
I don't know if he could play in the cold weather, this Sanchez. Oof. Being from Southern California.
Well,
a little suspicious of his cold weather play.
It was grim. I think they got caught. I think you're right. For the frauds they are, squeaking by.
No, I'm not saying that.
Squeaking. I am frauds.
I'm not saying that.
Was that a first place game?
What do you mean?
Like to determine who was going to remain in first alone?
Yeah. Both 9-2.
I would love to hear Joe Beningo today. You know Beningo?
Sure.
He must be really unhappy.
Jets are now 9-3. Pats are fucking 10-2. But let's remember, we've both have won one game each.
Well,
in the season series,
I don't think the game the Jets won was quite the blowout.
I know it's
and
all
domination.
45-3. I can't spin
From
this at all.
First Patriots drive right up to the end, it was complete domination.
Domination. I don't even know what else to say about the fucking game.
I know, there's not even anything to say about it.
It was supposed to be the game of the year.
Yeah.
They hyped it up, and Belichick is like, no, it's another game for me. You hype it up all you fucking want and talk about it being a rivalry. It's just a game for me.
Yeah.
That guy is miserable.
He doesn't want to put the Jets on the same level as the Pats, so he wouldn't build up on the hype or anything. He's like, yeah, they'll come here.
Know why he's just a jerk, Belichick?
Is he a jerk?
He doesn't even get excited when they win the Super Bowl. I understand how he's so stoic during the season, but how about you show a little excitement when you win the fucking Super Bowl?
Well, isn't that like...
That's why he's a jerk.
Did Landry ever show emotion?
No.
He was always a sideline guy, just with his dumb hat.
Landry had more personality than Belichick.
Did he?
I think so.
Landry did Landry ever speak?
Well, he had mad at Tony Hill for celebrating, and Landry was like one of the first guys to hate the celebration.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
the touchdown celebration.
Yes, he was.
What a fuddy-duddy.
He really was old school.
Fud.
Stick in the mud.
I think he banned his players from doing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, one of his good old boyfriends.
But he didn't mind getting his dick sucked. Tom Landry.
What happened? Why was he getting blown?
Yeah, he's a man. He got blown.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if there's any stories
about
it.
He was a tough cookie. As
far as
he was old school.
Coach goes, very tough cookie.
So you don't think he would like Rex Ryan and how he handles his press conferences and...
and I'm married to a supermodel. Are you?
He said that?
That was hysterical.
That was funny. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Enough of the jokes.
He was having a little fun. He's keeping his team loose.
He seems like the kind of guy that they pulled off a job site and gave the coaching job to.
Sure. He's a blue-collar guy.
Yeah, let me tell you.
I think that's why people that are fans of the Jets love the guy.
Yeah.
You got a lot of blue-collar guys that like their football. They can relate to a Rex Ryan.
It's not all just football, double speak, and fucking, brought their game face and all that stuff. He makes a few jokes.
I'm a big fan of anyone with personality in sports.
He got personality.
There's not a lot of it going around. So I like the Rex Ryan. I would never tell him to shut up. Keep doing what you're doing. Well, maybe.
Took a little beating last night, but...
Yeah, it's easy to sleep on that loss. 45-3.
People expected a closer game. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, at least maybe 41 points.
Yeah.
He had a real dose of humble pie.
Apparently the Jets suffered a similar defeat back in the 80s.
What are you, fucking Googling?
No, I heard it on the news. And it was the same score?
45-3?
Yeah.
To the Pats?
No, it was to
somebody else?
Was it to... same score, 1986.
Good.
Somebody will blurt a team out.
Good. Dolphins.
Was it Miami? I knew they were playing Miami, but I didn't think it was
45-3. Did they keep Brady in?
This was the worst, the most lopsided loss. Jets' worst defeat since a 45-3 loss to the Miami Dolphins in '86.
And it had to be against the Pats. Jesus.
Yeah.
In a first-place Monday Night Football game.
Exactly, with the whole country watching.
It really is humiliating.
It wasn't like a 4 o'clock game on a Sunday when people are holiday shopping. It had to be Monday fucking night against the Pats.
Because the whole country's thinking same old Jets.
Is this another little fun fact? Last time the Jets started out 9-2, they lost the last 5 games of the year.
Well, yeah,
that's true.
They might have had a problem.
Really?
Oh boy.
Yeah, but this is, I'll say this much. This is Rex Ryan's strategy. Just telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now everyone's thinking the Jets aren't as good as their record.
Maybe they aren't.
That's the brilliance of Rex Ryan. He goes, guys, I want you to get your asses kicked on Monday Night Football.
He told them to throw the game?
Yes, and everyone will just put down their guard, and now they just march to the Super Bowl.
That's an interesting
They march to the Super Bowl.
Very interesting theory.
It's not a theory. I know for a fact.
Oh, it's fact.
And the guys are like, but. And it's like, no, I know it's Monday night in front of a national audience.
Very important Monday night.
I know it's up in Foxborough. But trust me on this. This is going to work.
Were they giving you a razzing on Twitter?
Oh,
saying
boy.
things like,
oh, boy.
Hey, what did you forget where the end zone is or something?
Oh, boy.
Oh, hey, look out. That actually would have been a good one. Wow.
There were some doozies, and then there were just some
some duds?
Yeah, there were a lot of duds.
I just wanted to make...
But everyone's like, wondering why I was so quiet. I'm like, what can I do with this?
What do you say?
I
just wanted to make a joke, so I said something, and people were just like, well, the Jets aren't even from New York. They play in Jersey. It's like, all right. I just wanted to make a goofy joke about the Louisiana Purchase.
All right.
Hard to fit in during a football show.
Always.
All right, here's
hard
one.
to fit in Louisiana.
Here's one that just came in. M3 TAL Metallica. Jesus. It seems like the Jets would rather jerk their dick than play football. Huh?
Good one.
The Jets were using Don Meredith as their quarterback. That's Riverette Doc. That's actually pretty good because the Dandy Don would have done almost as good if you think about it.
Don.
Yeah. Is the audience too young to know Don Meredith?
Oh, he's dead.
He was a fucking legend.
There's a few.
With the Monday Night Football thing.
I got a few chuckles with the Dandy Don did his final Nestea plunge into a 6-foot hole. Not a lot of people realize he was doing the Nestea plunge.
Can we pull the audio of Frank Gifford? Frank Gifford was his on-air partner for many years, and obviously they were very close, good friends when they weren't broadcasting. And ESPN had to have the halftime interview with Frank Gifford from his home.
Oh, they did.
And Gifford was obviously a fucking mess. He just lost his friend a mere few hours ago. And
was he trying to have anal sex with a hooker?
And they said,
That's all I remember him for, by the way.
Yeah.
His greatest moment.
And then he finally just bailed on the interview, like, have a good day or something like that.
Really?
And he was in tears. It's like,
damn.
It's like, why are you doing that to the guy?
Yeah.
Do you really need his thoughts on him at that moment?
Tell us, what do you remember? Some memories of Dandy Don Meredith. Could you please?
Studley Moore writes, breaking news, Sanchez fired, just saw him outside Home Depot. See, because he's Mexican, and now he's got because...
Maybe pick him up and bring him to a job as a day laborer.
Yeah.
Call that.
But they went on and on. I just got killed on Twitter. There was nothing I could do. Fuck it.
Tweet.
Yeah, if we could find the Frank Gifford interview from last night.
Patrice was good, too.
Yeah, what was he saying?
Yeah, Big Mama Prods. Oh, he was just some funny fucking shit about the game. Every play he was tweeting something ludicrous.
Really?
Yeah, he's a funny motherfucker.
He's a great one on Twitter.
Yep.
He's a superstar.
When there's an
on Twitter.
event that's good, a sporting event or something going on,
right.
Patricki's a good one to have.
Yep.
Big Mama Prods, right?
I know about Jim Leonard, JD in New York City, but one guy. It was a big guy. We lost Jim Leonard, one of our safeties. So, and everyone knew that would be definitely a fucking problem going into this game. But
one man does not a team make.
I'm not gonna blame the fucking 45-3 defeat on
on one guy
on the fact that Jim Leonard's hurt. Although that's a biggie. That's a biggie for us.
Yeah,
that's a big position to not have.
Well, we'll get him next time.
Yeah, we'll get him next time.
We'll get him next time.
I think it's part of Rex Ryan's strategy. Yeah. He's unpredictable, yeah. You don't need to win all the games.
No, you don't.
And if you have a big, huge fucking loss on Monday Night Football in front of a national audience, it sets you up nice for the playoff run. I think he's brilliant.
Because other teams will take you lightly?
Yeah, then they're thinking,
Is that how it works?
It's the Jets.
Okay.
Yeah. They let their guard down.
Wouldn't it be better to beat the Pats and then have the intimidation factor going into the next game?
You know, you would think that.
You would think.
You would think that. But that's why it's so smart.
And that's why I don't coach the Jets.
Right.
That's why.
And he didn't want it close because then the guys would get a bad night's sleep. You know, if you talk to athletes, they say they sleep much better when they get blown out than if they lost by
blowout,
by 3 points, a point, whatever.
Yeah.
So he wanted them to make sure they got a good night's sleep for the playoff run. That's about to happen. It's brilliant.
Good
it's a brilliant strategy.
45-3 is a humiliating loss.
That really is. That's
getting taken out to the woodshed.
Oh, is that what they call it? Ooh.
Yeah, that's
so you have some fun at the end. A little beating with a switch on your bare hiney.
Yeah.
Does anyone know if Brady stayed in the game? Did they pull him, or they just let him stay in there?
Who watched that long?
All the way to the end. Well, all the Pats
watched that.
All the Pats fans did. No one was leaving that stadium. You would think they would
leave.
They
were frozen in their seats.
Yeah, they certainly were.
Brrr.
We've been to that stadium with that wind. Holy shit. It must have been a fucking cold one last night. All right,
yes, it was.
What else are you going to do with that? There's nothing else to say. Fucking Brady threw for 4 touchdowns. Okay. Sanchez had 3 interceptions. Sanchez just did not look good. Did not look good.
Looked terrible.
A lot of drop balls, too,
He played the whole game. Yes.
He did play the whole game. You would think that's kind of crazy. Gets a little injury late in the game. Why you keep him in there?
I think they just wanted to humiliate the Jets.
Yeah, but Belichick says it's just a game to him. No, see that he's a twisted fuck too.
After taking,
he knows it's not just a game. He doesn't want to acknowledge that, but he wanted to make it hurt.
Yeah.
All right, we got to give away these Paul McCartney tickets.
Yes, we do.
I think we finally have an idea, don't we?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
And if we're going to do this, we got to get it going now.
Get it going early. Because it's going to take some work.
When is the big concert? Next Monday?
Next Monday at the Apollo.
At the Apollo Theater.
It's an exclusive show for the SiriusXM listeners only, I guess.
Yeah.
And maybe some VIPs thrown in there.
Some VIPs.
But you can't buy these tickets. And
no!
I think it's celebrating 20 million subscribers.
Yeah.
Wow. When we started on satellite, what was it? 2 point something, I think.
Just 8.
Sirius had like 600,000. Am I correct about that?
Oh my God, they didn't even have 1 million. That's right.
And we had like 2 million or something?
Yeah, XM was ahead for a while. XM was ahead all the way to the end.
And technology too, yeah.
That was a horse race where the XM horse died in the fucking final stretch.
Well, because the head had Down syndrome. But Sirius had good content. I guess financially their structure was decent, but
XM had better content.
I mean, I'm saying they had
until the Howard move, XM had way better content.
Yeah,
I will always defend that. And honestly, way more creative fucking people.
Ooh.
Yes, but they decided to do what they did, and that's fine. And it's a merged company, and we're all happy now.
One big
but
happy
XM did
family.
a fucking great job until that merger.
They did
an amazing job. And some of those people should have been able to continue on after the merger, but they saw it another way. Not really. They only took
I mean with other jobs.
Oh yeah, they only took a couple people in the big positions, and then they were sort of pushed out. To be honest with you,
they certainly went the right way with the CEO, though. That was certainly a smart fucking head to lop off and kick.
Completely agree on that.
No.
Completely agree.
The whole the titular head of XM was just an abomination.
Really enragingly bad.
Horrid.
Honestly, I think if XM had a CEO that really understood the radio game, there would have never been a need to merge.
I know.
Because they had such a big lead that they just fucking couldn't figure out how to keep.
Pain in the ass.
Whatever. But we have the Paul McCartney tickets for next Monday at the Apollo.
20 million listeners, subscribers. That's what this is for. And Paul McCartney put on a big show at the Apollo Theater. And we got tickets.
He wants me to open for him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
He said, but make sure it's really dirty.
I love your Paul McCartney impression.
Yeah, people say that if you're not looking, you think it's him.
He does these impersonations. I swear, you would think it was the real people.
You would.
Well, was there more to your conversation?
No, that was it.
That was pretty much it.
Called me up. I got a message. I deleted it though, but
that's too bad.
It's like, I understand you've done some really good comedy. I would love to have you come on, do some at the Apollo.
Arnold Schwarzenegger you're opening for?
No.
Arnold? What?
That's an English Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Perhaps.
Why do you got to open for me?
Just keep it really dirty.
I'm a Beatle, you idiot.
My name is John Lennon.
Ringo.
Yes, we just keep it dirty.
Yeah.
Can we play Total Recall and whatever?
Recallin'.
So we can only mention
Can we
this.
play that into break? Thank you.
Can we only mention this once?
I don't know.
I think we can only mention it, right?
The dumb
Yeah,
one.
this is your mission. Should you decide to accept it,
Well,
kind of a thing.
What happened yesterday after the show? We're trying to figure out how to give away the tickets instead of just doing a quick
Knocking
contest.
around some ideas.
By the way, Mafia Life Chris hit me up with an idea on Twitter and the email. It's a great idea, but we don't have enough time to do your idea. We have to get these tickets done today.
I said, my suggestion.
He gets mad if I don't acknowledge him. So there's your acknowledgement. So there you go.
My suggestion was rejected. I said, how about we have the listeners take bricks and throw them through as many fancy store windows as possible.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, we give the best brick thrower Beatles tickets. But they're like, that's too vague.
Right.
Yeah, that could.
Nor is it funny to say.
Well, one of the ideas, and it's the reason I kind of have given up on contesting, like how we used to do it, because it's really tough in this environment.
Yeah, there's wording.
I'll keep it PC today. You got lawyers and an environment that's very different than when we just said, you know what, today we're going to do what's the craziest thing you'll do for Britney Spears tickets. We didn't have to go through lawyers or nothing. As long as we could get, the FCC off our fucking backs, we were fine.
Yes.
And it's gotten to the point where we finally came up with an idea. One of the guys did, I think it was Derek, best Beatles memorabilia.
Yes.
All right, that's kind of cool, and we'll get to see some cool stuff, People bring it in, and it's all right. It's not gonna set the world on fire or anything.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden they come back to us and said, well, that idea can't be done because
it's too vague.
It's too subjective.
Because it implies, but I wrote a big email about this.
Yeah.
It implies to me that there is a best piece of Beatles memorabilia.
Right.
And people could argue.
This isn't the contest.
No, this is not. This is what we suggested.
Yeah.
People could argue whatever method you use to judge the best piece of Beatles. But so I said, how about we say you bring in Beatles memorabilia, and whichever one the guys like the best,
that's
they'll
how it
give the
used to
tickets.
be.
And a judge's word is final. They have disclaimers like that.
In radio, the rules used to be Opie, Anthony, and Jim Norton are the judges, and whatever they decide is final. And that used to be good enough. But for some reason, that has changed now. And now if you do a contest where it's subjective, you're opening yourself up for lawsuits or something? I don't even know.
And that's people being greedy scumbags and suing. I guarantee you there have been lawsuits already. Not with Sirius, but with other companies.
Well,
then I wanted a water drinking contest.
Yeah.
But that went down the shitter.
Then write your rules better, because now you're thinking way too fucking far.
And I said put the tickets in a church pew.
Right. And then pick it up with your penis. That didn't go over either.
No. Why don't we give the real contest?
Yes.
It's already...
But that subjective thing was like... I know. I'm not wasting my energy on stuff that I know will not ever pass with these guys.
Oh, wow, he's running fast.
But Anthony's idea is pretty good.
This is it. Now, you got to think back to the heyday of the Beatles. Ah, yes. Remember... the British invasion, the 4 mop tops coming over from Liverpool, the lovely Liverpudlians coming over and just sweeping the nation. Remember? Remember, as I just hope to maybe get a Beatles song playing while I'm babbling like an idiot here, but somebody is just kind of standing there.
I saw him standing.
Yeah, maybe. And Iraq was standing there.
What do you think your job is in there? To just stand there?
What's the matter?
I don't know.
Who's hitting the wrong buttons?
Songs and somebody's calling on the.
Blame it on them.
Hard to
Because
find
someone's
a really
calling on the
song.
office
Beatles
phone.
fans. I think you could hit a button and probably get a Beatles song.
He's spelling it wrong. B-E-E. Come on, Eric.
Why would we pump the discussion up? That's dumb.
Yes, I want to build a little excitement here about what this is about. We're having a contest, giving away Beatles tickets. You're going to have to do something. It's based on Beatles history here in the United States.
How about this?
Still wait.
Can we give out...
I'll do it. Here,
maybe we could do it for incompetence. E-Rock, have fun at the concert.
Thank you, Danny.
Danny's got it.
Thanks, Danny.
All right, what were you saying?
Wow. Oh, and I like the song, too.
Of course.
Yes, she was. What I mean. And if you remember, the Beatles came over and swept the nation with their appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show and the big concert at Shea Stadium. Remember that?
Yep.
And we also remember the tragedy. Yes, John Lennon and the death of John Lennon, which they made a little park called Strawberry Field uptown there. And
Do you know where uptown?
I have no fucking clue. I've never been there.
It's my neighborhood.
Is it?
Yeah. 72nd Street.
Well, here's
And
the
Central
deal.
Park West is the entrance.
You're going to have to grab
Just
yourself...
trying to help the people out a little bit.
I hear you. You're going to have to grab yourself a newspaper, probably the Post or the Daily News, something that would prove that it is today. Not that you would just have a stock picture of these things just in case.
Whoa. Don't say, I already know. Don't say any, or something like that. Just say today's paper. We don't care which paper.
Today's paper.
Yeah, because they're
going
to go, they're going to come running down here in a panic like, oh my God, you did not just say that.
No, that was just a suggestion.
No, it's not not you, trust me.
Yeah.
One of today's papers.
You're
One
gonna
of
have
today's
to do
New York
that.
papers?
Whatever.
Whatever paper.
Just a paper.
Yeah, a newspaper from today.
Okay.
Because some of the newsstands has papers from other parts of the country, and maybe the New York papers weren't delivered yet.
Hill Valley. The Hill Valley
The
paper.
Hill Valley paper
with the big
would be
story
terrific.
about the clock tower.
That was a joke, because now the lawyer's going to run down like, oh my God, it can't be a fake paper.
Yeah, save the clock tower.
No.
Oh, God. Yeah, you need a newspaper, hostage style, to prove that it is today. And we want you to take a picture at Citi Field, which is the Mets home stadium.
The old Shea Stadium.
Which used to be Shea Stadium.
Well, Shea Stadium used to be next door.
Yeah. But just in front of Citi Field.
In front of Citi Field.
We got to see Citi Field.
Yes.
In the background or something.
And by the way, can I throw in this amendment?
Yes.
By saying you have to see it in the background, it can't be from 10 miles away. You actually have to be...
No, be there.
There.
No. Yes. And then you also need a picture from the Ed Sullivan Theater. You might know this as David Letterman's studio, where he tapes The Late Show.
It'll say David Letterman right on the marquee.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Or Late Show, I believe.
Late Show.
Late Show on the marquee.
And then we want a picture from Strawberry Field. Of course, you can do this in whatever order you want.
Don't say just Strawberry Field.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want what?
The Imagine thing.
The Imagine.
Because Strawberry Fields is a lot bigger than the Imagine thing.
yeah.
But someone could just go in the park and go, oh, no, this is... And then the lawyers go, well, no, it's not. We Google Earthed it, and that's not fucking Strawberry Fields, so now we got another problem.
What's the Imagine thing? A plaque?
It's on the ground.
Oh, the big famous Imagine
I've never been there.
tile thing.
Oh, the Imagine tile? It's like a little fucking thing?
That's a circular...
That's
It's on the ground.
All right. You got to have that in your picture.
You've seen the Imagine thing.
Then
it says Imagine.
When you have all three of those pictures, you tweet them. Tweet them to...
Let's go with OA Photos.
OA Photos.
Because we're trying to promote that Twitter account. It's a great Twitter account because it's all the old school photos from
Yes.
all the years we've been doing radio. So OA Photos.
Tweet that.
And very easy to remember,
all
too.
three to OA Photos. Twitter, of course. And the first person to do that will get the tickets.
For
That's
Paul
how
McCartney
it works.
at the Apollo.
This takes you around a few places.
How many tickets did they get?
83.
That's not. That is not true.
Do we have 2 pairs to give away?
I believe. That'll be the first pair.
That's the first pair.
That's the first pair.
And we'll leave it at that for now.
Leave it at that.
We'll have another pair to give away a little later on the show. That'll be a little
Yes.
easier. Maybe to include the whole country or something.
Yeah. But this will be
the one that kind of gets people running around New
A
York.
little difficult. You got to go to some historic Beatles locations.
So once again, real fast, for the
Yes.
Paul McCartney tickets, a pair of tickets at the Apollo Theater this coming Monday.
You have to take a picture of yourself with a today's newspaper, hostage style like that. That's how the hostage people do it. In front of Citi Field, in front of the Ed Sullivan Theater, which is also the Late Show with David Letterman Theater, and the Imagine tile memory thing of John Lennon at Strawberry Fields.
Exactly.
That's what you need. All three of those. You then tweet it to OA photos, and at Twitter, the at. I hate the ampersand.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah, of course they do.
Get on Twitter by now.
And that's it.
What's wrong with you?
Figure it out. If you need any more info than that, I'll punch you in the head.
And for the people that are like, it's a fake, we'll have another pair that we give away to.
Will they say that?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I read when I fucking read half this shit.
Oh, God.
We'll have another pair that's a lot easier for everybody to have a chance to win that listens to our voices on a daily basis.
Look at that, huh?
Very good.
Beatles tickets.
So get going, man.
Get on it. Get on it.
And we can only mention this once?
No, we can mention it, but we have to mention every single thing I just mentioned.
The exact same words?
Are you sure about that?
We can mention it more than once. We just have to give out all the information.
Oh, okay.
And you must be an active Sirius or XM subscriber since November 15th.
Why since?
That's when they announced the show.
Because that's when they announced the show.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe because it's exclusive for the listeners.
Somebody right now just jamming on the brakes because they're in a friend's borrowed car and going, fuck!
Well, it's like,
what are these guys?
You can't. A lot of people, a lot of places do this. You can't. It's to make people not subscribe just to be able to.
Well, that would be a shame for people to actually start subscribing.
Right.
Like to get some subscribers just based on the
what?
They don't want people to don't subscribe.
I know, like Pearl Jam does it for their tickets.
That is hysterically fucking ludicrous.
Where are these lawyers? I gotta walk by their office. They gotta be the biggest fucking
Don't
bores.
want them subscribing now and then going.
They just
the
sit
people
around.
who were there before.
They just sit around every day thinking how they could complicate the world. That's
That is
what
amazing.
lawyers do.
That is pretty fun.
And I know there's a few of you out there that are good, solid lawyers.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, we deal with lawyers in our lives, but
That's
most of you are just the worst.
It's their rule. Got to be an active Sirius or XM subscriber since November 15th.
Jesus.
And that's that.
All right.
So if that is you, get a newspaper from today. Get to Citi Field, take a picture. Get to the David Letterman's late night theater, which is the Sullivan Theater.
I gotta get the newspaper from November 15th.
No. That is today's paper.
Oh.
Yeah. Today's paper.
Early edition?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter?
Can it be the late City final?
Well, I don't think it'll. I think it'll be done by that time.
You sure?
Yeah. And Strawberry Field, the plaque on Strawberry Field.
Right.
Imagine.
I don't know if it's really a plaque.
Whatever it is. What is it, a tile?
Yeah. It's a bunch of tiles that say Imagine.
Imagine.
You've seen this thing.
You can show them.
You haven't seen it live, but you've seen
about Strawberry Field.
Can you show them the picture? And
Yeah,
be
send me a
honest,
picture
you've
so I
never
know
seen
what this is.
You might have seen a photo of it and not realize what it was.
You think I go uptown?
No, but it's only 7 seconds.
Never saw it.
You've never seen a picture of that?
Never saw that in my life.
You who knows a little bit about everything, you've never seen that?
Because then I would have said it's a mosaic. Right. I would have called it a mosaic.
How do you know that?
The Imagine mosaic.
Yeah, I know it's a mosaic too, and I'm not the smartest one in the room.
Take a picture of the mosaic. With the mosaic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Watch out for the homeless people up there. They bite.
Yeah.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
Where is
this
Strawberry
biters? I said it already.
Yes, he did. Gregorio said it.
I wasn't listening.
72nd and Central Park West is the entrance.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not a bad area.
No, the homeless like to hang out on the benches there.
Oh, okay.
It's a nice place. And watch out for the guy that has to make peace signs every fucking
With
day.
flowers?
He's known for he's known for doing the peace sign every day. And then he gives a little speech every fucking day.
What do you mean the peace sign? What's
that peace sign?
Yeah, he's making like a
usually
peace sign.
Usually makes it in a bunch of flowers. He picks different flowers depending, but then every once in a while he'll make it in apples.
You know what I call that?
What?
The footprint of the American chicken. Huh? That's what I call it. The footprint of the American chicken. That's what they called it back in the Nam days.
Are they?
Construction workers, yeah.
Yeah.
Peace, man. Footprint of the American chicken. America, love it or leave it.
Could you look up the peace guy? He does this every
Is this his
day.
whole identity now?
It's his whole thing. This is what
he
he's
made
known
it
for.
about him. He made the place about him.
And he has to give a speech every day.
Who listens to it?
All the fucking rubes that come to New York,
rubes.
They crowd around the guy for the big speech thinking they're going to hear something real. Instead, he has to brag about all the different peace signs he's made over the years. One time, he made it in bagels because it's New York.
Oh,
gives a fuck.
Jesus.
Why don't you make it in clits like it's the Sudan?
One time, he got really crazy. The cops weren't around, so he fucking did it in pot leaves.
And weed?
Did a little weed
He's
peace
a
sign.
rebel. He's crazy.
But that's what he's known for up there, and he just sits there all fucking day.
Yeah.
This guy can go jump in the lake, Gregorio.
Oh, easy.
I hear
Come
ya.
on now.
I hear you. They call him the mayor of Strawberry Fields?
Well, of course. He has to be associated
That's the guy.
with it.
Oh,
That's
look
the
at
guy.
him. Make it about me,
That's the
man. Peace.
How many years has he been going there? Probably 3 weeks.
He's been there for a long fucking time. I've videotaped this guy before giving a speech. It's horrendous.
Is it annoying?
It's so
It's not
bad.
poignant.
No, not at all.
Hacky.
Yes.
16 years.
16 years he's been going
16
there.
fucking years.
And he's pretty much there every day.
Give it up.
Pretty
dude.
much.
What does he do for a living? Does he panhandle?
Yeah, he fucking puts the hat down.
Oh, so he puts a hat down, he gives a little speech,
And then
gets some money.
And then all of a sudden the
That's
rubes
good.
just empty their wallets.
Yeah, it says here his last name is Dos Santos. So it says Dos Santos' income comes from the tips he receives from tourists as a result of his work and the 3-minute monologue he delivers to tourists. So he just lives off of panhandling.
That's great.
Yeah, he talks
That's
about
good.
like the Lenin Park in Cuba, and I don't know. He just like,
Fantastic.
It's
Just making money.
There's a
off
Lenin
the back
Park in
of
Cuba?
The dead
Oh, yeah,
John
there
Lennon.
is. Yeah, there's a Lenin like statue and bench in
Oh, really?
Cuba. Yeah, that was big news when that hit.
Oh, communist.
All right, let's take a break. So the contest
We
is on.
sure can eat. Contest on.
Very good.
I have to
Let her rip.
tinkle.
The Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus. Sirius XM.
Hey, I forgot to mention one more thing about Monday Night Football. Please humor me. I just tweeted it. Did you see Donald Trump's hair? Mm-mm. Dude, this thing will make you fucking howl. And I think they did it on purpose. If you go to my Twitter, I just tweeted it. It's literally 12 seconds. They went to where the Mr. Kraft was sitting, and he had Donald Trump as his guest.
What a gang.
And in between plays or whatever. Is that it? Yeah. And they got video of Donald Trump's hair trying to escape.
Trying to escape.
The video's only like 12 seconds. I fucking zoomed in on my big TV.
Jesus.
It's like an amusement ride.
Wow. It's flapping up like a fucking like an entity unto itself.
He has it probably so sprayed, but I guarantee you there's something.
Oh, holding it down.
Is it right?
Comb over.
Yeah. Is it a comb over? Or is it?
Oh, God,
over.
yeah.
But I think it's also weaved in somehow.
No, I don't think. If it was a weave, he would just have it like.
No, if it was a comb over, it would pop straight up in.
Well, he's probably got it sprayed in pretty good.
But that's why I think he kind of has it matted on the other side.
I'm sick of his miserable face.
Yeah, look at that the pursed.
Trying to be intimidating.
What's it called?
Pursed lips.
Pursed lips. But
would I love to roast him.
If you go to my Twitter, Opie Radio,
God, it's like a divot on his head.
I just tweeted. I had to fucking go back and film this fucking thing.
Low class. No class. Yeah, you're a classy guy. Fucking.
But his fucking hair was trying to fly off his head.
Looks like cotton candy.
It does. It does.
Flapping around like that. Looks delicious.
Yeah, whatever. It's just a quickie from last night. And I know Monday Night Football did that on purpose. I think they got I think they got this 10, 15 seconds, and they just saved it and made believe they were going to the booth live. Because the timing was too perfect on this. They went there, and all of a sudden his hair's flapping like that.
Flapping in the breeze. Maybe they saw it a couple of times before, and were like, just keep the camera on him, man.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, they knew what they were doing. They
'cause it was breezy.
They were kind of chuckling, going, there's your golf partner. But they didn't. They knew if they actually said something about it.
Look at his wacky hair.
Right. What's wrong there, Jimmy?
This fucking Julian Assange, the head of WikiLeaks.
Yeah, they got him.
Dude, I know that there's been these rape allegations, and they have been alleged before.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it the other day. There is something disturbing about the fact that his Swiss bank accounts have been cut off. They're not allowing him to use, and I understand that some of it's very sensitive. And I've said before, as long as it's not endangering troops, but the stuff he's leaked that I'm aware of, none of it's endangering. Tough shit if it's fucking embarrassing. Tough shit.
They're saying it's making it rough on diplomacy.
Tough shit.
Because
you know what? The fucking Saudis have been bankrolling fucking Al-Qaeda, and it should be out there. And if the North Koreans gave nukes to Iran, it should be out there. And if Hillary said shit, fuck it, let it be out there.
I think the stuff that the stuff is so bad It could change everything we know.
It's a bunch of people talking shit. It's like anything else.
And that's why they're panicking and trying to shut the whole fucking thing down.
The idea that, regardless of what he did, forget about what he did. The idea that they can do this to somebody,
of course they can,
is really and right in front of everyone's face. This isn't a conspiracy. This is something that's being done.
Of course,
this isn't like this wacky. Wow, are they doing it? It's like no. This guy, if he wasn't in the head of the WikiLeaks and all this stuff didn't come out, they wouldn't have been fucking with him with these charges and freezing his bank accounts and shit like that.
They do this all the time. This one's just very public.
Creepy.
Everyone knows about it.
What has he released that is going to hurt the troops or whatever? Maybe one of the listeners knows. I don't.
Well, in the trickle down theory, anytime you got diplomatic memos getting exposed, secret ones, it could endanger troops, other people, agents.
It's going to damage hearts and minds. I mean, come on, they fucking hate us.
No, not so much that. Just it's like if you go into negotiations with a company and some guy just puts out what was being said between your agent and the company and that and this and that and all that shit like gets out. And now the company knows your whole position. You know the company's. There's no bargaining leverage thing like that. You probably wouldn't be happy with that.
I agree. If all sides were equal. But the thing is, that's what everybody does. We're all fucking sneaks.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody just fucking says one thing at the meeting and then whispers like a bunch of little faggots. I like the fact that it's all, go ahead, fucking blast it out.
Why shouldn't it changed? Go to Imagine Strawberry Fields and put peace signs on the ground. It ain't gonna fucking change.
No, but it's human nature. This fucking kvetching. What, they care that Hillary Clinton or somebody else badmouthed the king of fuck him?
Diplomacy in the world is based on this shit.
I know.
I mean, I don't know who didn't know that. What do they think? Everybody that goes there and they sit in those chairs that are too awkwardly far apart when they're filming, and there's a table, a dumb table in the middle, and the cameras are clicking, and they're just chatting to each other from 5 feet away, and it looks odd. No, they're bad-mouthing other people. They're making backroom deals with other countries. They're speculating what they should do if something happens, and sometimes that speculation is taken out of context. That's where they are right now. We'll see. He also apparently has these other
a giant
file that
terabyte file or something
he put out there already, but it's encoded.
256-bit encryption.
Yeah,
Jesus.
and he says at some point if things happen to him, he's releasing the key to the code, and everybody that downloaded it will be able to view it. So it's already out there.
So
smart guy.
Yeah,
he's not a dumb guy.
He's going to end up dead.
What if the government panics and just shuts down the internet because they don't want that shit out there?
It's hard to do, shut down the internet, since it's people.
True.
It's kind of hard to do.
But it bothers me that, again, I don't know what he's given away so far, if it's troop positions or things, but this diplomacy shit, where the Pakistanis, we're like a bunch of schoolyard assholes, the whole planet. The Pakistanis aren't popular. They didn't say something about Hillary's dress. God, fuck everybody. Tired of it. A whole planet of lawyers. The whole fucking planet's like that.
Yeah, it is.
Let's so know you said that. Smile and shake hands, and then motherfuck him in the back room, and then cry that people found out you motherfucked them. Who cares?
Yeah, that's what they're scared of. The motherfucking get out.
Yeah, their egos are damaged. Fuck them.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's this guy went and you spoke to him, and you're all nice, and everybody's huggy kissy, and then you leave and you tell some other world leader or another diplomat that that guy's an asshole.
He is an asshole.
It gets out, and it's like, oh, shit. But I was trying to make friends with him. I know he's an asshole. I was trying to make friends with him, and now he knows that I think he's an asshole. It makes things fucked up.
I'm sick of all this sneaky peeting around. I'm tired of it. Everybody tiptoeing like a fucking pederast on the world stage, trying to protect their own egos and their own images. It's annoying.
Yeah.
We need the Flintstones tiptoe sound effect.
That's exactly what it is, dude. It's fucking horrible.
Me? I think I had it.
I want to hate this guy, but I can't. Everything I hear about this guy,
Fred.
I like what he's doing, and maybe that makes me an idiot.
What's your name?
Sorry. I like what he's doing. Hey, transparency in government. Well, here it is.
Yeah, let's get some.
I don't know I don't know about this one. I don't know, cause, and I'm not going to take the old slippery slope thing, but where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line? What this guy did. Now the next step is like information that's a little more sensitive. Where does it become treasonous?
I think that there's a certain. That's a good question, but just because.
Of course it is.
But just because there is a place where it becomes treasonous, and it's not the most easily definable place, it doesn't mean that because he's on one point of the slope that he's treasonous already. Like, if he's giving away troop positions or, I don't know.
That's
again,
blatant.
It's a great question.
Everyone would hate that.
I think
everyone could rally behind hating him giving away our troop positions.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
I don't have the answer to that, but just because I don't have the answer to it doesn't mean that he's treasonous.
Maybe we could get our friend Alex Jones on today. I'm sure he knows all about this.
We have Mike Baker today or tomorrow.
Mike Baker's tomorrow. We'll talk to Mike Baker
Mike
about
Baker,
it.
ex-CIA agent. I really would be interested as to his take. Because he'll
have a good take on it.
And the people of Pakistan have been strong allies of the United States, and we want to continue that relationship. I can't stand that motherfucker. He's an idiot, the guy from Pakistan. Jeez, he sucks. What? Oh, hold on. You are an ally that will be our friend for 2 seconds. The guy from China's a homo. He's a fucking homo. Swear hold it. Saudi Arabia is one of our strongest, most stable nations to be allied with in the Middle East. These fuckers cut off girls' clits. They fucking cut off girls' clits.
I got one.
Oh.
The British are coming or something. I don't know. I ran out of steam. But, and I'm sounding really archaic saying troop positions, by the way, because everybody knows where the troops are now with Google Maps.
Yeah.
So I don't know what information
strategies and
strategies or
strengths, deployments.
I don't know what information.
Secrets.
But as far as egos being in check and Hillary saying bad things, fuck all of them. And Saudi Arabia, I'm so sick of the U.S. being lapdogs for that fucking country.
Just a fucking terrorist ATM.
I am sick of us being lapdogs for them.
Yep. Let me go to Mike in Chicago. Got a question for Jim Norton. Mikey.
Ooh.
I guess, Jimmy, you wouldn't mind if somebody went through your emails and your mailbox and advertised it to everybody.
No, you're right. I would not like that. But you have to understand something. I'm a citizen. I'm not on the world stage, and I'm not making decisions that affect everybody's lives, and I'm not an elected official. There's a huge difference, bro. You are right. I value my own privacy. I'm not saying I want Hillary Clinton's private life exposed. I'm not saying that I want people's sexual liaisons exposed. I'm talking about decisions that are made on the world stage that affect me and affect all of us.
Well, it's the same, just as if you were going to start corporate espionage. That's the same thing. You're starting to advertise all kinds of stuff that
and what about
shouldn't be out there.
Isn't there stuff on the informants and all that? We got some informants out there that might be in trouble.
Yeah, things like that. Things like Guantanamo, deals that were being made for other countries to take Guantanamo prisoners that, wasn't supposed to get out. We'll do you this favor, but you got to take this Indonesian Muslim guy.
Wait, that's a line I would draw. That's a good point.
That's
giving
exactly
away identities of people who are agents from any country. I mean, really, that to me is where it gets into an area that I don't like. But as far as deals with Guantanamo, good. How about this? Stop this fucking phony polite shit that the U.S. has been running around like we're fucking everybody's aunt. How about we fucking start showing balls again as a country?
I like
Stop
that.
trying to be phony polite. Hey, if you take this one guy, here's your option. He's a fucking criminal. Take him, or we're gonna fucking put him in the sand and smash his face.
You know what though?
That was childish of me to say that.
When we did have balls as a country, which was you could say under the Reagan administration, he got in a jam up about secrets that got out with Central America and Iran-Contra.
Sure.
And shit like that. That got out. Now, would you say that should have gotten out?
Do you mean with Ollie North, Arms for Hostages?
Yeah.
Yes,
like,
it should have.
Those deals, you think that should have gotten out?
Yeah, because
there's a reason for covert operations. I was always from the school of thought with that whole situation with Iran-Contra that it's the government looking at what needs to be done in the best interest of the country,
yes,
and doing it in a covert fashion. Covert means we allow them a latitude to do things that go beyond Congress, and beyond the people's knowledge.
So how about and this is where I'm coming, how about we become an honest society as people and understand that and say it? I don't mind that they did that, but I'm sick of the sneaking around. I'm tired. It's fucking annoying.
Because then you get the partisan politics in play where if he would have said, we want to go and do this and trade arms. And
who did they give arms to?
It would have been... the
Contras.
Arms went to the Contras. It was one of those deals where it was shady.
Yeah.
It was shady.
Sure.
But that was the deal, especially for the time. There are things called covert operations. Things have to be kept quiet. It's the way this country has operated since its inception.
But there are, and I agree with that, there are things that, of course, have to be secret. And the guy was saying corporate espionage. I'm not looking for saying that that's appropriate. I'm saying the things that I know that he's released, I don't see how they harm troops. And all I've heard so far from people is a bunch of politicians trying to make it look like they said something differently. That's all it has been so far, is a bunch of fucking people who got caught shit talking. Like, is that what it's come down to? With Pakistan and possible nukes and fucking cash funding to terrorists from one of our closest quote-unquote allies? We don't want people knowing that we badmouth them when they're out of the room. It's fucking idiocy.
Well, it could be detrimental, especially with something like Pakistan and their nuclear capability, because they're supposed to be an ally of ours. If they find out that we are keeping tabs on their nuclear program, making sure they don't get completely out of control with it, which is something I think, we do, as far as being world police, it's too late. We are.
Yeah.
But it's something that should be looked at. But in order to keep the Pakistanis on our side, you can't tell them that we're looking at their fucking nuclear capability. They're going to get pissed off. So you got to keep it quiet. You got to smile and use, some of that covert backroom shit.
I understand that. But to the guy that called up and made it like, oh, your personal email, I'm very big on people's private lives and the government staying the fuck out of people's privacy.
Yeah.
I've never advocated anything that was breaching average citizens' privacy, like, hey, go ahead, look through people's shit. Never.
Yeah. I understand that. I just think this is a weird situation. I don't know all the information that was exposed, so I can't sit here and go one by one on what was okay and what was worse than something else. But I really do think this sets a precedent to just leak shit out that perhaps does fuck up our foreign policy, even business, finances, world finances, the stock market, a lot of shit. Besides just military stuff, can get really fucked up if information gets out there.
But look at the way it's gone so far. The fucking United States runs around minding everybody's business, and fucking the whole world hates our guts.
Yeah.
And we forgive foreign debt, and meanwhile, we have to vote people out so our fucking taxes don't get... It's sickening to me the way the whole thing is run.
I agree with you. Believe me. I agree with that.
Stop this phony, polite shit. It drives me... I'm not saying the U.S. should be pansies. I'm tired of just trying to be everybody's pal.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this fucking weak approach.
It's like anything that we know about, as far as politics go. We know about shit and we go, oh, that's bullshit. That'll never change. This is the way business goes with taxes and other things. They're doing the same thing with diplomacy. We just didn't really quite know about it in this detail, and now we do and realize, oh, that's run the same way every other part of the fucking government's run.
No surprise.
It's just bullshit, yeah.
And that's what, again, I don't know if, I don't want, again, secret identities coming out. Like, hey, but again, you want to blame Assange for that? Didn't fucking Scooter Libby or so? Who did that to Valerie Plame? What was her name?
Yeah, the CIA.
That was done by
agent,
our people. It's like, so come on, don't act like we don't understand why it's done. Am I getting killed in instant feedback? I'm sure people disagree. I just don't know what information has come out that would be damaging to the U.S.
Because they're all over the place with it.
And the guy's going, Jimmy, why don't you read all the leaked documents before you decide? I can only go by what I've read, sir.
Yeah, we
I'm saying that.
Admit we haven't read it all, but and I don't think we're going on a specific basis here. We're kind of talking general,
in a very general
with the whole
sense.
thing of information getting out there. What would be detrimental.
Let's go to Steve in New York. Steve.
Yes.
Hey, Steve.
Right.
I think the problem is that there's a PFC, this private first class. I think it's Bradley Manning who leaked the documents 2 weeks.
Yeah, he looks like East Side Dave, doesn't he?
He sure does.
He's the guy. He's the crux. The problem is WikiLeaks is just acting as a conduit for the information that he leaked.
Right.
I think the government knows what's been leaked, and the problem is they really can't stop WikiLeaks because they have the information. So to charge him with treason, you're going to charge this kid Bradley Manning, who's pretty much screwed.
You could.
Why did he do it?
I have no idea. There are a bunch of articles on it. I don't know why he did it, but I think he's being held by the authorities somewhere now. But he's the one who leaked, I think, something like 250,000 documents. So I think they know what's out there. It goes beyond, I think, the stupid backroom people talking about each other and all that bullshit. I think there's more stuff giving up, various sources and things like that, and that's what they're afraid of. I have a feeling they know what's out there.
Yeah.
They're just trying to put a cap. The problem is genie's out of the bottle, so I don't know how you put the cap back on.
But again, some things like that, I'm not being unreasonable. There are the sources, certain things that, I don't know, individually when I see certain things, I would go, I would not want out there. I personally wouldn't leak. I just haven't seen that stuff yet. I don't know what that's...
The problem is, I guess, they just... The problem is, I don't know, how do you stop it? And they just want to stop it as a whole, but I don't think they can. I mean, WikiLeaks, the stuff that's most scintillating for people to hear is the sources, sources and things like that. Some of the stuff is fun to read, but it's, giving up. I think somebody from the UK got fired because he was exposed for being a source for the U.S. government or something like that. But, yeah, you guys, I mean, states need secrets. Some things are probably ridiculous. But at the end of the day, trying to put the genie back in the bottle is tough to do. It's just, I don't know what the true answer is. You're not going to get this guy Julian Assange on treason because he's not a U.S. citizen anyway.
No, you're not going to get him on treason. I wasn't saying that. I wasn't saying he would get brought up on treason, but you take an American citizen now maybe he leaks out information that is a little more sensitive. I mean, what I was saying was where's the line drawn, but. I don't know.
You're right.
I don't know. We'll see, because this isn't going to be a single case of just WikiLeaks. There's going to be fucking Googie leaks and all kinds of other fucking leaks, and that'll be the next big thing.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Steve. Let's go to Cassius in Brooklyn. Cassius Clay, everyone.
Mohammed.
What's up, Cassius?
Hello, guys.
Hey.
Hi.
Jimmy was saying, he doesn't know what's been harmed already, and the very first time he leaked stuff. A lot of informants in the Middle East, he put up the names of all sorts of informants working, helping our government or trying to help our government.
Well, that's something I certainly don't want put up. Okay, let me just, not to interrupt you, but that's something I don't want.
Yeah, that'd buy it.
Yeah, and the other danger with this guy is, well, Anthony said it earlier, that who the hell knows what he's going to leak in the future, like where, and once it's on the web, it's too late. Like once it graces the web at all in the slightest bit, it's too late to try to stop it. So, yeah, I do agree with you that it's good to get to air these cables recently, because it shows what these countries in the Middle East, how they're lying, and their cowardliness. I do agree with that, but who the fuck knows what he's capable of doing? He said that he's out to destroy America in interviews. He stated this. Plainly, Well,
I didn't know that, and I don't want the U.S. And this is not me going, fuck the sneaky U.S. at all. I'm tired of the U.S. and the phony politeness of this country. I keep saying that, and I'm not saying we have to be barbarians, but I wish there was some semblance of honesty the way we dealt with other countries. Like, look at the European Union. All they did was they bashed the U.S. and look at the fucking financial trouble they're in. It's like I'm sick and tired of us always taking the hit.
This is going to change policy, though, obviously.
Big boy on the block.
There's more WikiLeaks out there. So it's going to change how the U.S. does business. That's pretty obvious to everyone, right? Let's another call coming in from New York. Thank you, Cassius. New York. I don't know your name, brother.
Yeah, is it me?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, WikiLeaks, the latest thing he leaked was a whole bunch of energy infrastructure and communication infrastructure, all the points we think are the weakest points. And he put out a whole list of them there, just giving the terrorists a roadmap of how to really inconvenience the rest of us.
All right, well, again, there's an example of something that I don't like. There's an example of something that I don't think should be leaked.
And the reason that we really shouldn't have leaks out there, Jimmy, is because remember before 9/11, we had all these problems with information not getting from one group of the government to another. Well, now that they got some private with all this information and the idiots leaking it, they're going to have to tighten up all that information sharing stuff, and it's going to go back to us not knowing what we should know.
But, dude, no, I don't agree with that because I'm telling you, when it was like that, the FBI and the CIA were not sharing information.
Yeah.
When it was all secret, and I'm not saying it's better that like all of it's out there, they weren't sharing it. They weren't sharing it.
But now look what happens when people start sharing information. It it makes a leak. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, New York.
Okay.
I don't know what the solution is.
I don't either.
have no fucking idea.
It's quite interesting. Mike Baker will have a great take on it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to what's been, because again, two people raised examples of things that I certainly would not want leaked.
Right.
So there you go.
Let's go to Brian in St. Louis.
Brian.
I might be following the St. Louis Blues for the second half of the NHL season. They're making a good case for me to be a fan of the Blues for the second half.
What about
Got to pick that team soon. Football, I'm all in with the Jets.
Oh, okay.
All in.
After last night?
What, you're blowing it off? You said you were the biggest Jets fan?
I might bleed another color.
Oh my God. Brian, what's up, buddy?
It just amazes me. First of all, Scooter Libby, Dick Cheney, they got about 100 to 200 people killed in Iran with Brewster Jennings because he outed that Valerie plane thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
In the paper. So, I mean, that was a big deal. What kills me is the fact that they chased this guy down in, little over 2 weeks, and they canceled all this money. They basically followed the money trail. And yet, here we are still, 10 years in, and we can't get Osama? You know, don't you think that's kind of ironic?
Yeah, not ironic, no, nor do I think it's conspiratorial. I mean, I just think that Julian Assange is an easier guy to trace than a billionaire
unfortunately,
who's protected by religious zealots.
Yeah, Obama's not fucking running a website.
Yeah, and Assange...
No, but I mean, he's handing out videotapes. It's all about, it's all about the Saudis.
Obama? Osama?
These people.
Same thing.
What's that, sir?
It's all about
Did he say
Saudis funding these people.
Happens all the time.
Yes, I think so too. I think it's about the Saudi, and that's what my major annoyance is the United States' attitude about Saudi Arabia and how they're allies, and there's so much of, and they are hesitant to shut down these charities which they know are being funneled to Al Qaeda. There's a couple of them where they want to build schools, and they have overinflated prices, so when the money comes in, they build the school, and then the rest goes to these terrorist groups.
To bad, naughty people.
It's this understanding they seem to have.
Yes.
Well, I don't know what's going on. We're talking about WikiLeaks, and CNN has a whole story on how they killed Rudolph. What the fuck's going on in this world? Talk about WikiLeaks, you assholes. We'll talk about how they killed Rudolph.
Really?
Why are we doing your job today? That whole story. Where was that? During the Thanksgiving Day parade? Rudolph got caught on a traffic light and a big fucking hole right in the front of his head. And then he deflated in front of the kids.
It was in Dilly Plaza.
Yeah. And the headline was, they killed Rudolph. That's what they're doing right now as we do this WikiLeaks thing.
Oh, poor Rudolph.
God love his little heart.
And they also are doing the National Anthem. You want to take a break before the National Anthem guy?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, I guess so.
National Anthem.
And also Larry King in rare form last night. He had Al Pacino on.
Oh, really?
What's he plugging, the Merchant of Venice?
Probably, right? He's doing that play across the street from Colin Quinn. Good news for Colin Quinn. Long story short, is extended until February 5th.
Yes, congratulations to Colin. That's a fucking huge extension because it's through the holidays where everybody's going to be in New York. I'm telling you, this fucker has a hit.
Big news.
It's great. I'm not just saying that because Colin's my friend. It's truly funny, man.
Yeah, and it's going to end up on HBO eventually or somewhere.
Something he'll go on the road with it.
He could possibly do a run in Philly or Boston.
I'll do it all over the country.
Yeah, so
and by
Colin's onto something. Yes, Jimmy.
And there is something that WikiLeaks leaked that was supposed to be a big secret.
Oh, what was that?
That's not good.
And it's the final. A third and final show has been added at the Borgata. There will be no more after this because it's the only other time we have the showrooms available, which is Saturday night, 11 p.m., January 15th. The last show, literally 2 hours in. We had no idea we were going to do this. 2 hours in, there was 133 tickets left, and a lot of them were singles.
What? Yeah. Wow.
When we went on sale last week.
Wow.
2 hours in. Pete said you can say the show is sold out.
That's
because
crazy.
The tickets that were available were pretty much just singles.
Damn WikiLeaks guy leaking that information.
So this Friday, 10 a.m., the third and final show of the Antisocial Network. I am the host, Bill Burr, Dave Attell, Jim Brewer. This show is fucking fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
And the tickets are only $45, $55, and $65. I think that's why it sells so fast, because they're reasonable. No one's getting fucked.
Yeah, $125 for a ticket or something like that. It's ludicrous.
Yeah, it's like four headliners for $65. People can seem to stomach that.
That's awesome. Ludicrous today.
Yeah, I'm very thrilled with the way this is going. 11 o'clock Saturday the 15th. Goes on sale this Friday morning.
Friday. All right. We'll do the dummy messing up the national anthem.
Man.
You never want to do that in front of a sports crowd.
No.
Got the Larry King with the Al Pacino.
Now.
Doing lines from Scarface.
Really?
Oh, wait till you hear it. It's really good.
He does Larry does things interviewing that I'd be embarrassed to do at a party.
And also, a guy says cunt, and it could be one of the biggest laughs you're going to have in a while. Or at least he found it really funny.
Where does he say
Obama
it?
was talking to Hillary.
It was an NPR guy, right? We'll get the backstory after this.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
We got lots to do today.
Yes, can I point one thing out because I might have made it?
No.
Why isn't the media declared treasonous when they print everything?
Freedom of press.
No, I'm not saying they should be in jail. I'm talking about the perception of them. Why is this guy so demonized and criminalized, and yet the New York Times or a million other newspapers would print everything he wrote or revealed?
That is freedom of press.
Okay, but how come you're terrible to reveal a spy's name, and yet the media is fine to print? Like, it's this really weird line we have.
Yeah, it really is.
With who can say what.
Well,
it's kind of rough because it's not perfect.
Well, it's a great point, though, because
things.
You go back to the famous Janet Jackson thing at the Super Bowl, and everyone was outraged, but they were allowed to show it. But because it happened during the Super Bowl, those guys are the ones that were in trouble. Why not the rest of the media that showed it a million fucking times?
Absolutely.
It's your same point, really.
Yeah, it's exactly the same point.
Because they're doing the same thing.
And I'm not saying they shouldn't be able to, but I'm only talking about the perception of if information is leaked that is really damaging, the media, maybe not always, but I would say 90% of the time, will print it without caring about the consequences, except in the most extreme cases.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
They don't care if it gets people killed. They're not held accountable if people are killed by them giving away certain information or certain propaganda. They're never held accountable.
Yeah.
So it's just, again, I don't know if that means anything.
They're
it's
under
just,
that umbrella of the First Amendment, so it's...
People should be outraged by the media for keeping these stories going. You know, when someone gets in trouble that's so brutal, but they'll replay the brutal audio or the brutal video saying, look how outrageous and bad this is.
Now, that private was disgusting to release a lot of this stuff. And you could say that Assange was disgusting to release a lot of this stuff. But I never went to WikiLeaks. I never heard of it. You know who told me? The media.
Oh, my God, you're so right.
I never heard of this guy.
I know more about WikiLeaks from just reading it in newspapers.
Yeah. I never saw what he looked like.
Right. Or other websites.
You know who told me some of the things that were said? The New York Post.
Yeah.
Not him.
Yep.
The Post and the Daily News.
So why is that okay?
They printed what was said about all of this stuff. And their whole thing is, well, the cat's already out of the bed. There's always an excuse.
More people are finding out what WikiLeaks is all about by reading it in the newspapers instead of going to the website. So that's a fact.
And the media would have gone undercover and gotten a lot of this stuff if they had the means to do so.
Right.
And there are certain things I'm sure they wouldn't print. But I think 90% of it, they would.
Hey, we got Can't Say from Can't Say on the phone. Can't Say from Can't Say. What's going on?
How's it going, guys?
Hi, what's your name? Where are you from?
Yeah. I'm from here, and that's my name.
All right, buddy.
So Jimmy had a couple questions about certain types of information. The answer I can tell you, the reason why the press is allowed to release certain things is most of the time to get clearance to release it, even though that's not on the books, so clearance to release it is out there.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
The only time it's ever been really stopped, if you guys remember the Pentagon Papers, is the only time that's really been, they put the kibosh down and stopped the New York Times.
Yeah.
Other than that, you wanted to know questions to FBI and CIA backward compatible information. Is CIA sometimes information sharing through the DOJ isn't allowed because the information isn't gathered legally, so to speak.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that's why there was information blockages. That's why there's still information blockages.
Can I ask you a question, sir? Though, because you obviously, you sound like, at least you sound like you know what you mean. You're talking about how much of it is because the CIA collects things illegally, and how much of it is really departmental ego, where the CIA doesn't like sharing or the FBI doesn't like sharing because they feel like they've worked for it, and there is like those departmental rivalries as well.
Well, you have politics in your workplace as well, right?
Sure.
So that's a lot. Some of it does come down to the simple politics of the matter is people want to look good on paper because that's how they're decided.
But that's kind of what bugs me, because like politics in this dump is, us trying to get a stupid contest through where we want to get a chick to put a fucking hoagie in her vag. We're not making decisions on no-fly lists or terrorism or things that affect people's lives for real.
Yeah, this is true, but you have to remember it's all the same when it comes down to it. Is someone's job is someone's job.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's pretty much what it shakes out to. If it's gathered legally, usually it's shared. If it's not, it just can't be. NSA and CIA do have programs where they take information that's not exact, that can't be shared because it can't be used.
Right.
So
Yeah.
What's the point in the information, really?
It can be acted on, but they can't. Well, but I mean, stuff like with, didn't they not share identities? I'm trying not to go, as much, of 9/11 suspected hijackers. Weren't there information that just wasn't shared? The agencies weren't sharing information that could have been shared?
Of course.
That was more ego and politics, internal politics.
And that's the stuff I'm talking about.
That was apparently taken care of over the past few years.
Yeah, nothing's
since
happened.
9/11. Knock wood.
Something has worked since 9/11.
Yeah.
Well, boys,
I mean, they're not like
I
they're
just
not
wanted
trying.
to answer a couple questions for you, but I got to get going.
Okay.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Thank
There
you.
he goes.
Is there any more?
Going. Wouldn't that be funny if he's
All right.
like, I got to get going, and you cut to him, he's hanging up and jumping out of a black helicopter with fucking parachute into some jungle somewhere.
Or, all right, guys, I got to go. Can I take your order?
Yeah. One or the other.
That's probably it, actually.
Fries are up, asshole.
Right.
Yeah, you hear an alarm. I gotta go. Fries are up.
Oh,
Ma,
I gotta do this now.
ding fries are done or what? It's the holiday season. A little ding fries are done. Hey, we got a guy fucking up the national anthem.
Why?
We got some
He should be
comedy for you.
shot.
Well, it's a tough song to sing. We all know that. Very
hard
tough
to sing,
begin with.
even if you know the words.
And a lot of us don't know the words. There's a part in there where we all kind of mumble. What part gets you?
Nah, I know it all.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll start low. Moshe, can you see by the dawn's early lights, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Nice try, shit dick.
Whose broad stripes and pride.
You fucked it up.
Yeah, I did.
And the Rockets. What
know.
about the
I
Rockets?
fucked it already.
Wait, what was the, what's the,
I did. I went into the third verse second.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, you commie fag?
It's what's so proudly
At the
we
twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars, through the perilous fight. Or the ramparts. Or the ramparts.
It's O-E-R, though.
Parts of a ramp or something. We watched. They was gallantly streaming like a bunch of streams from rivers.
I'd write it down on my hand.
So we got audio of this dummy messing up at the Chiefs Broncos game. This is a biggie today.
Wow, he's killing.
Start it over.
Did some woman? She said something like, "I meant the words." You hear that in the background? And then a little more to this.
The booing is great.
Oh, so can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, and the rockets ran the bombs bursting, they flew through the night.
Oh boy, he blew it.
Why not just have the lyrics in front of you?
Yeah, you should have a teleprompter with the
I
lyrics.
can see you
going
blanking. Anyone could blank.
Anything worse than the extended version of that when you go to a sporting event where someone has to make it their own? They all want to be. They all want to be Whitney Houston.
Vocal fucking acrobatics they do.
She did the greatest one ever, right?
Well, it was the time and everything. It was during, I think, the first Gulf War, right?
And she's like pounding her chest, and there's fucking F-16s flying by.
She recorded it beforehand and lip-synced it.
Really?
Yeah.
Who did? The famous Whitney Houston version.
Because
what was it during one of the?
They knew it was going to. It was during
games.
the first Gulf War, one of the playoffs or something. And
she fucking here. Can you play that?
I guess that's how you.
Has been joined.
There's a remix.
Off the subject, you know what's a really sexy name for a porn girl? Becky Chester. I just made that up.
Becky Chester.
They all have a backstory to the song now.
I've ever seen in sports.
Yeah, the bitch sang it.
Bobby, where my crack? This is pre-crack.
Yeah.
People got chills though from this version.
It's when she could sing
with their fucking rotten workout outfit.
Yeah,
her
it
headband
really is awful. Is that the coalition? All the flags from the coalition.
Ah, the fucking mullet.
Jeez, man.
The lady mullet.
This was a long time ago.
Yeah, it really was.
See, it's very dynamic. She goes down.
She brings it home, man. Look how beautiful she used to be.
I know. Like a Hershey bar.
I don't like her dumb smile while she's singing.
Yeah, I know.
Belt it out and frown, lady.
She fucked the words up. Big finish. All the military men saluting. Step it up. Yeah. Sweating like a pig. Boy, can that woman sweat.
Yeah. Jesus.
That was some patriotic shit back then.
Her pussy probably smelled like a bedbug infestation by the time she was finished.
What a version, though. It'll
never get terrific. Good for her.
It'll never get better than that.
Exactly. And then she probably went backstage and got her comeuppance with a good fist. She had a knuckle sandwich for fucking dessert.
That was the perfect time and place for that one.
Where was that?
And then Bobby Brown fucking destroyed her.
I mean, just the fact that it was during the first
NFL playoffs, right?
First Gulf War, and people were all fucking psyched.
Oh, that was Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
Bowl.
I thought it might have been one of the championship games. Super Bowl. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, we have a better version of the national anthem, believe it or not, than
don't we?
that. Yes, we certainly do. If E-Rock has it, we would like to hear that now, please.
Jose, can you see by the stern early lights for the ramparts we watch was so gallantly gleaming, and the rocket's red glare, God's words bursting in air, gave proof to the light that our flag was still there. Jose, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You're an adult.
Let me say hi to Joel in South Carolina. Joel?
Okay, you'll appreciate this. About 2 weeks before the Whitney Houston that was the Super Bowl, by the way, that year. Bills Giants. 2 weeks before that, they had the NHL All-Star game in Chicago, and the guy sang the national anthem, and they had 20,000 Blackhawks fans with banners and flags and everything, just going berserk, losing their mind, cheering through the whole thing. Definitely was better than the Whitney Houston one.
Why don't we know about that one?
Well,
a bunch of people are calling saying there was a better version 2 weeks before Whitney did it.
I don't know.
How do we find that?
You look it up. I can't remember the guy's name. I apologize, but it
Doodle.
blew the roof off the place. It was completely cool.
It was at a Blackhawks game, maybe national anthem, Blackhawks. I don't know. Danny's good. We'll find it.
Oh, it was in Chicago.
A few people are saying that this guy blew away Whitney, but Whitney was the bigger name and was at a bigger sporting event, obviously.
Big pop star.
All right, we'll take a look at that. Thanks, sir. Let's go to Kevin in Toms River, New Jersey.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, like the last caller said, that was the Super Bowl. I'm a huge Giants fan. I was so fucking nervous that day. While that song was playing, I have very, very detailed memories of massive diarrhea. Every time I hear that song, I have to take a massive shit. Thanks, guys.
It brings you back, right?
Pavlov's dog.
Yeah, the proverbial yoo-hoo rocketing out of my ass.
All right, very good.
Hey, don't rip that line
off. A bunch of people, yeah, really. Otto's going to be mad.
Otto.
A bunch of people saying this was better than Whitney Houston. It happened 2 weeks, right around that same time frame, obviously. And let's take a listen.
Who was it?
I don't think I've ever heard this before at a Chicago Blackhawks game. I don't think it was a big famous singer or anything.
From Oregon.
Dun, 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 dun. More traditional. Wow, we really were fucking revved up to kick some fucking Iraqi ass back then. There's signs, flags everywhere.
There's a lot of making up for Vietnam.
Yeah.
Wow, they're losing their minds in the stands.
Yeah.
A ton of signs, ton of American flags, and just everyone obviously cheering.
Fast forward 15 years.
Yeah.
And they're all complaining about airport security.
Exactly.
Assholes.
It's so true, man. Fucking douchebags.
Those guys all brought in, one brought in the U, the other brought in the S, and the other brought in the A. What if one of those assholes forgot their letter?
Yeah. Us. What if they switched seats by magic? Someone had to piss. Who's Sua? I forgot it.
Yeah, everyone's got flag. They're not shutting up either.
No.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
No flag burners here. God bless the USA.
Yeah. Fast forward.
Yeah.
Bush is a war criminal.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
Exactly. Oh, God.
Shitheads.
Little kid.
Little kid with his little flag.
Oh, yeah, that's Marcus.
GI's the real All-Stars.
Cool.
That's right, he said the
Remember
NHL
that with
All-Star
Abu Ghraib and how you threw the whole military under the bus?
Right. Oh, God, I'm disgusted.
Yeah, remember that when you fucking let stupid mullet John Larroquette looking Lindy England define the entire military? Fucking shitty public we are.
Oh, we suck. Oh, big? Is he going high?
Almost.
Wow, that's a high note.
It's great. And then a bunch of guys hit a black thing on the ice for 2 hours. Meaningless nonsense.
Emotional reaction.
Oh, that was Marv Albert, too,
exactly.
huh?
Ah.
Yes, as I bite the face of the woman I'm fucking while wearing her underpants.
How did he skate past that one, man?
An amazing, tear-stained... I can't do Marv Albert, but if I could, all I would do is rape jokes right now.
We are just the most fickle douchebags in the world. We just fucking... I don't know.
Like, I like that show, Patriotism. I think it's very nice. And you can't have...
Then, that was the shit.
You're not expected to have that emotional reaction every time. Like, you know, it's like not 9/11 or the start of the original Gulf. But the way people turn and begin sniveling and belly aching, that's what drives me crazy.
Sure. Yeah.
And attacking the fucking military.
Let me go to Gennaro because he might have one that will drive Anthony nuts.
Tommy Gennaro.
Gennaro.
Pretty kid. No marks on his face.
Middle Island checking in. What's up, Middle Island?
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
So you went back to Gennaro, huh? Do I say that all the time?
Yes.
I knew it. It rang a bell.
A couple years back, I believe it was Bernard Hopkins and Jermaine Taylor fighting in Las Vegas.
No.
Stop fucking with me.
Go ahead, Holly.
That would stop someone in his tracks, Jimmy.
Stop someone in his tracks, Jimmy.
New character.
I got it.
Yeah, Gennaro.
Jermaine Taylor and Bernard Hopkins fighting in Las Vegas a couple years back. R. Kelly sung the national anthem, and I happen to think that Anthony specifically would absolutely love this performance.
Oh, really? Why?
Why? Because I don't know if we have time to play it.
Yeah, we've already done two.
You got to convince us.
There's no commercial worth passing this up, trust me.
Yeah, but
He's
the
not
listeners
telling us.
are wrong half the time.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on the line for your beating if it's not good.
Okay.
Specken Sie Tag?
This guy is very confident that this one would drive you nuts. What? He must have changed the words?
Oh, did he?
I don't know. Well, it has almost 1 million views, so something went on.
Pissing on a little girl during the whole thing, maybe? Oh, God. Oh, God. Stop it.
Can't we keep it traditional?
He's actually going to be here today, R. Kelly.
Is he?
Yeah.
What is this version?
Who was that? Who was Bernard.
There's Bernard.
Who's he fighting? Oh, Jermaine's out there.
I don't like this version. Man, with his cornrows. And there's like two black people, a man and a woman dancing to it in the ring. Like it's a fucking dance number.
It's not a tango.
Stop!
They were doing some ballroom dancing for you.
Disrespect.
You all right?
You have to have dignity. They do not have dignity.
Are you okay with this?
No. I hate it.
Clap your hands, y'all.
Clap your hands, y'all. In the middle of the fucking thing.
I mean, you can see how a white girl can fall for him.
In person.
Hey, where are the white women at?
People are just looking like, what is he doing? Is that fitting?
Or is Oscar De La Hoya? You think he was wearing panties in that shot?
Let me hear you. Wait, he's turning this into a hand clap number.
He can belt out a tune, though. When he's not tinkling all over the town.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck you. That's terrible.
The best part.
Put your hands together.
Yeah.
The best part of this whole thing is Oscar De La Hoya's face where he's like, oh, fuck. I did not know this was going to happen. Get me out of here.
Great. That was terrible.
Very good, Gennaro. Thank you.
Have a good one, guys.
Say hi to...
Holly.
You know what? I'm on the Drudge Report right now.
Yeah.
They're saying Assange sabotaged condom during one night stand. That's what we're doing? That's the idea of going after this guy? He didn't wear rubbers?
I'm a victim of sabotage.
I think his condom broke.
Yeah, the rubber broke.
I believe the
big
rubber
Swedish dick.
Yeah, his big Swedish cock went right through that thing.
I don't wear bags either.
Yeah, what's with the bag?
What's with the bag?
We'll let the cock out of the bag.
Hey, do we have a winner? I'm seeing
what?
I'm seeing pictures of
Not if they listen to this show, we don't.
in front of very famous Beatles spots. That's a late show, which used to be the Ed Sullivan Theater. Well, it still is the Ed Sullivan Theater, excuse me. Do we officially have a winner, E-Rock? Do you know? They had to send them to OA Photos.
It looks like we do.
And there's the Imagine Mosaic.
The winner is Norton_rules. He got all 3 photos.
Wait, I want to acknowledge E-Rock's excitement for the big Paul McCartney finale.
Yeah, please.
Very amazing.
Norton_rules.
Eric, comment?
What
Yay.
How about a comment on your lackluster delivery?
Dude, it's a big contest. And that's how you announce the winner?
That's great for him. I'm happy for him.
How about an explanation for your lackluster?
I'm not going.
Because you lackluster.
Are you a beaten man? You've had it, huh?
I just try.
How's married life?
You don't
Yeah,
good.
how's that going? Yeah?
Very good.
Yeah.
Has the sex died off, or is it okay?
And what happens?
Doing fine for, 4+ years into the relationship.
Cool.
E-Rock, now could you re-announce this? Like, get into it. You got people don't even know what we're talking about. Talk about how it was a big contest and what they had to do, and we got a winner. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
The heavy breathing's not going to help.
Exactly.
Sorry, well, that's a wait.
You sound like you're carrying a safe up steps on Jupiter.
I stood up.
We got a winner. It's Norton_rules. It's like
That's a great name, though.
we believe it or not, we're still in the entertainment business.
Exactly.
Business.
We try to make it a little exciting for
Is
the
a good
people.
name, isn't it, Jimmy?
Oh.
Yeah, Norton_.
Now it's too late. Basically, we had a pair of tickets to Paul McCartney at
Yes,
the
we
Apollo
did.
Theater for next Monday.
Yeah.
Anthony came up with the idea of going to some of the places the Beatles went to here in
Yes.
New York.
Through the history of the Beatles.
That would be the old Shea Stadium, which is now Citi Field.
Yep.
The Ed Sullivan Theater, which
now
obviously
the David Letterman
Yes.
Theater, late show.
And then the Imagine Mosaic. And you wanted the newspaper from today to prove that they're doing it right the fuck now.
Right.
And the first person that sent all their photos to OA Photos wins the pair of tickets to the Paul McCartney show at the Apollo Theater.
See how that went?
And now we got Norton_rules, who is officially the winner.
As long as he is a subscriber prior to November 15th.
I forgot about
boy.
that part of it.
Oh, fudge!
Ah, shit.
Oh, nerds!
Well, we'll find all that out, but it looks like we have a winner.
Oh, nerds!
We also need him to follow OA Photos so we can get his contact information.
Oh, E-Rock needs a lot of stuff here.
Thanks, E-Rock.
Attaboy.
Could we please also have...
It's just like, trying to announce the winner. He goes, Norton_rules.
The winner is Norton_rules.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you for your patronage.
Hey, can we play the cunt guy? Cunt guy rules.
Cunt guy.
Yes. Oh, we can't play it anymore?
No, we can't.
Why can't we?
What?
What's the backstory? Was it an NPR guy? This thing is, he cracked himself up.
NPR.
I think it was NPR.
Is that him?
What's happening in the course of the next hour? Well, first up after the news, we're going to be talking to Jeremy Hunt, the Culture Secretary, about broadband. It's 8 o'clock on Monday, the 6th of December. American officials have condemned WikiLeaks after the website published a list of hundreds of facilities said to be vital for American security. Every community in Britain has been promised that it'll have access to the fastest broadband networks within 5 years. Excuse me, and Egypt has called in international shark experts to investigate a series of attacks in the Red Sea. Pardon me for coughing fit. The news comes from Rory Morrison. A word before we go on. I'm afraid many of you will have noticed that I landed in one of those awful verbal tangles just before 8 o'clock. Courtesy, I should say, of Dr. Spooner. Some of you, we know from emails, thought it funny. Some, we also know from emails, were fairly offended on Monday morning. And all I can say is, occasionally in live broadcasting, these things happen. And I'm very sorry to anyone who thought it wasn't what they wanted to hear over their breakfast. Neither did I, needless to say.
And we have an email from Mike Page, a reader in psychology at the University of Hertfordshire. The prominent speech error in today's programme was more the Prime Minister's fault than Jim's. He says, it's well known in psycholinguistic research that two words that share a vowel are prone to a speech error in which the initial consonants are exchanged. For this reason, making Jeremy Hunt the Culture Secretary was reckless in the extreme. Jim can be reassured, as can viewers, listeners, that the underlying theory has far more explanatory value than Freud's theory of parapraxis or Freudian slip. So
I'm most grateful, Professor Page, for that. If I may repeat, sometimes things happen in live broadcasting that you deeply regret, and anybody who was offended by what they heard, I'm very sorry, and I hope you all realise that it was the most unintentional thing imaginable. There we are. We'll pass on quickly.
That's it from us. Our editors were Ollie Stoneley and Jack Gill. Next, March the Week with Andrew Starr.
People actually do radio that way?
Holy shit.
You hear how he's trying to hold in the laugh? Could you do the beginning again? It's really funny, man.
Up after the news, we're going to be talking to Jeremy Hunt, the Culture Secretary, about broadband.
Because you know
it's 8 o'clock on Monday, the 6th of December. American officials have condemned WikiLeaks after the website published a list of hundreds of facilities said to be vital for American security. Every community in Britain has been promised that will have access to the fastest broadband networks within 5 years. Excuse me, and Egypt has called in international shark experts to investigate a series of attacks in the Red Sea. Pardon me, coughing fit.
Yeah, coughing fit, huh?
The news comes from Rory Morrison. A word before...
Isn't it amazing how a guy can be so broken up just by the word cunt?
How great is it? He's trying to hold in a big laugh.
He's a serious news guy.
Oh, yeah, he is. I guess it's not NPR, whatever. It's
BBC.
BBC, sure.
The BBC.
Well, obviously, he's English.
The BBC.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
How he's just trying to hold that in.
Rather. That's great. That is fucking great.
That's wonderful. All right.
Got to thank all of my fellow Republicans today, and Tea Partiers. They got a lot of criticism. Got goofed on a lot, but they sure got something done, didn't they?
Yep.
President Obama had to fucking pull his fucking bullshit back and extend the Bush tax breaks for everybody. For everybody!
Everybody!
Exactly.
Yeah, let's hear them. I'm not saying the Tea Party never deserves to be attacked.
No, of course.
But how about
assholes in every fucking organization?
How about at least some kind of a
this is
applause?
Something
They saved us all money.
It's something that worked. It's like people were not happy with Obama's fucking tax plan and the fucking Democrats' plan for taxing the shit out of this country. He called it a middle-class tax break. And meanwhile, it was a business-class tax pile-on. Not the rich and he's giving cuts to millionaires and billionaires. No, it was cuts for companies that were employing people. Now, you watch. When this thing finally goes through, people are going to start hiring people. Because they know they're not going to get the shit taxed out of them for at least a couple of years.
How many years now? We get another 2 or so?
It looks like it's tentative right now, but it looks like it's going to be 2 years.
Damn.
They're also extending unemployment benefits, and I think some other payroll tax is going down.
What about the JIA?
Oh, they're fine.
How does this affect the JIA?
The accountants would be happy.
The accountants will be happy?
Yeah, they'll be able to have a little more money to knock around and do things with.
How many candles are lit for the JIA?
What day of Hanukkah is it?
What are we up to? What Dave's suffering for these guys?
No idea. No, it's festive.
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 I'll tell you one thing. I wish this
Day
went.
7.
I wish this
Day
went on for the
tonight.
entire month of December because you see how easy it is to get around.
It's a little easier. I
A
know.
little easier. You notice that?
A lot of people kind of take the week off. I guess the Hanukkah.
A lot less people in the
vacation off.
restaurants in the city. A lot less people on the roads.
Yeah.
They're already done with their holiday shopping, so little elbow room in the malls.
Yeah. It's not
It's out of our
tax
way.
breaks for millionaires, you dumb fuck.
It's for everybody
God.
across the board.
It's across the board, first of all, and those,
Everyone
those-
should be happy with
Those
that, right?
millionaires are the ones giving the jobs, you dumb fuck.
But who wants to pay more? What citizen wants to pay more?
No, they don't want
People
to pay more. They want these evil millionaires. Ooh, the bad people that employ you. You dummies. It's not just people, too. It's businesses that would be taxed. You fucking shithead. The millionaire tax breaks. The millionaire tax breaks. Blow me. It's fucking tax breaks. It's not even a tax break. It's an extension of what Bush did. It's just not raising the fucking taxes.
So Obama,
like Obama wanted to.
So Obama doesn't get credit for this.
No,
for extending it.
No, he never would have if the fucking Republicans didn't take over the House.
But he kind of did,
and some of the Democrats even realized, oh fuck, I am so out of a job if I don't go along with the Republicans on this, that they got some Democrats to actually go along with this. Reid fucking left, and somebody said when Reid walked out, he looked like someone had shot his dog. He was very angry with the president.
How's your debating skills today?
I don't know. Let's see.
All right, Mike in Jersey. Mike.
Hey, Anthony, I'm so sick of your hypocrisy.
All right, let me hear why.
Okay.
Whoa, 1 second. 1 second.
Okay.
Oh, it's stop him in his tracks, Jim. All right, what's the problem, sir? Let me hear you.
Okay, every day it is a sin to borrow money from China. China is taking us over. What are we going to do about it? So now we have the chance to raise taxes on people making over $250,000 from 35% to 39%.
Right.
And that's evil. That's gonna cause all these jobs if we do this.
Yes.
So why haven't the jobs come over the last 10 years? And why do you not have a problem borrowing from China right now to pay for your tax cuts?
The jobs have come. They would be cut back. I know personally. I'm talking about my personal life as a business. I employ people. With the taxes going up on me, I would have had to not employ as many people. It was a given. And you think I'm the only person? Hold on. I'm answering your question. Do you think I'm the only person in this country that looked at the financial situation, looked at the tax being raised on me, and thought I'm not going to be able to hire as many people?
Anthony,
Yes.
the point of it is that we have to borrow this money from China.
No, we don't. You know how we do it? We cut back on government waste. How about instead of taxing the shit out of people, we cut back on government redundancy and waste and save money that way instead of taxing this country into a depression?
Okay, then let's get rid of the people that monitor the meat, the food.
I'm not talking about essential. I'm not talking about essential. Hey, dummy. All right, how about we get rid of the 20 levels of redundancy in government? We get rid of pork barrel spending that these fuckers are giving money to their cronies in each state. How about we look into that?
Which fuckers?
Who? Every one of the fuckers are doing favors so they get elected next time. Come on, where you been? You don't think politicians do favors for corporations in order to
I would love to come in and explain to you guys how it's done. I've read so many books on this that it makes me sick. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not in.
But you're into just taxing the shit out of people that employ people.
What I'm saying is we have a deficit. We need to deal with it. The way we deal with it is not to borrow more money from China so that
Not saying that.
2%.
Yeah. I'm not saying borrow, and I'm not saying tax the rich. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying don't borrow from China and don't tax the fucking wealthy.
You want to eat it too. That's what you're saying.
What?
You're saying you want your cake and you want to eat
Yep,
it too.
that's exactly it.
No. I want half my cake because that's all the government gives me, and I want to be able to keep half my fucking cake.
As long as you understand you're borrowing from China to do it.
Oh, stop it. Cut back on government waste. That's the biggest thing. Not fucking borrowing from China or taxing the fuck out of people that are employing this country. Stop it.
We'll see how your taxes are paid for.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
And I bet you China has something to do with
All
it.
right.
Can I ask you a question as a
Chinese?
Are you really saying that Ant is wrong or I'm wrong to not want to pay more taxes? Like we should be guilted? Hold on. Let me finish my question, sir. You're saying that somehow I should be comfortable paying more taxes so this way the U.S. won't be perceived as borrowing more from China when Ant is right about cutting government waste? Or how about stop forgiving foreign debt? How about stop bailing certain fucking companies out and put that money to where my tax money would have gone?
I agree with you 100% that you should be. But right now the tax rate is lower because Bush lowered it. So, and he made it so it's going to expire under another president term so that now the Republicans can say, oh, you're just raising taxes. Well, they're not really raising taxes. They're just letting taxes go back to their normal.
That's not why Bush did that, because it could have been a Republican that was in office, silly goose. Come on.
How many people? How many people does Anthony hire? How many people? A lot. A lot.
I suck his dick. He pays me.
Yeah, of course.
And kisses.
Sure. Put in, and people can't take their medication. And
who cares? Medicine's for fags.
Hey, it's for fags. I get it. Believe me, I listen every day. It is for fags, you know?
No, I think you really got to understand, taxing the people that employ this country is not the way to do things. Just as borrowing from China. So what? What?
You know what our government's doing? It's keeping businesses whole. It's keeping businesses that pre-exist whole, and it is not allowing any new businesses to start up in fear of competition for the people that already have, the industry locked up. Okay, look at what a tie-up it was to get XM and Sirius together. The FCC and all this other crap had to do stuff, and you see oil companies merge in 24 hours, and it's done.
Could you hit that bell?
Yeah.
Debate over.
Just hang up on him. I don't know.
Debate over.
There's no fucking.
Less government, though.
Figuring things out.
That's where I do agree with you, Anthony.
Just cut back.
You know who's making a lot of really good points here on feedback? Is a guy named Old Man Dick.
Old Man Dick.
Oscar Butts.
Oscar Butts?
They're just making really great points.
Oscar Butts and Old Man Dick.
Dicks.
Those are the scholars of this show.
How about
quit channeling Limbaugh, Anthony? Oh,
yeah,
shut up.
That's true. How about Michael Hunt? Michael Hunt.
Why don't you tell him how you play golf with Limbaugh all the time, man?
That's
when
what
you
it is.
Let that secret out of the bag.
That's it. My golf games with Limbaugh and Hannity. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where I get all my material from. Not from my fucking accountant that tells me how fucked I am with taxes, and not from looking and reading what happens when you raise taxes on people that are fucking employing people.
Beery?
You think I could honestly, I don't understand how people who are not in my position can understand my position. And I'm not talking about, oh my God, like I'm fucking stuffing my mattress with hundreds and lighting fucking the fireplace with all my money.
Why?
I am, but I'm saying I don't want people to know that.
Well, they know how.
I'm employing people.
Barely, though.
And when I buy things, where do you think that comes from? Where do you think when I buy something, do you think it has to be manufactured? And it has to fucking be sold. And then that's taxed. Do you understand? I am helping this country out, and I'm being penalized, fucker.
Too logical to make sense, sorry.
Obviously.
Too logical to make sense.
Obviously.
Too logical to make sense.
Flat tax. Everyone pays. You're a fucking piece of shit, and you make $4,000 on welfare a year. Pay tax on it. Pay tax on it.
A flat tax is the fairest way to do it for every person.
Whoever came up with a progressive tax is a fucking asshole. The more you make, the more you pay. Why?
Progressive tax is sickening.
Yeah, but we'll never get a flat tax.
Of course we won't. Makes too much sense.
Too logical.
Yeah.
So,
Anything too logical
and it doesn't keep the class war going between the people, so that the politicians can pit the rich against the poor, the middle class against the lower middle class. You always have to have these classes, and the only way to do it is with things like progressive tax. And it keeps them able to have a certain constituency and battle it out with other things and pit each other against each other so they can get reelected. Boo to you all, boo.
When we get back, Al Pacino and Larry King had a nice little chat last night.
And how important is the wig?
Well,
very important.
Very. Yeah. Ask questions, but don't think.
Yeah.
Broadcast, but don't do research.
Look, but don't know who your guest is.
That's right. Lick your wife's pussy, but don't let her wipe the guy's cum out of it from before. What a stretch.
Unlike me.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I got to do the merchant of Venice on my tippy toes. I only sell things on the bottom shelf.
Audition because I thought it was the midget of Venice.
One more national anthem to wrap up that dumb bit.
What?
Carl Lewis. We forgot about Carl
Lewis, the fastest man in the world?
1993. He had a fine rendition. We've played this before, but we'll play it again because, we're talking about the national anthem today.
Eek.
So listen to this.
For the ramparts we watch with so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red flag.
Oh.
The bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. I'll make up for it now.
No, you won't.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
You can make up for it. It's a high note.
For the land of the free. And the home
In person.
of the
Okay, Frogget, what's next?
You guys rock.
Yeah, who's this?
I don't think I've ever laughed as hard at anything in my life.
Get in touch with the Opie and Anthony Show. Call 866-101-WOW. That's 866-969-1969.
The Jets were very successful last night.
Beautiful game. They romped the Pats.
Well, no. I acknowledge they got
What?
their asses kicked, but it's exactly what Rex Ryan wanted to do. He's trying to trick the entire NFL right now.
What a genius.
He's that smart, Anthony.
What a genius.
He absolutely is a genius.
I didn't see that.
I heard the team was really bummed out when he gave them the speech in the locker room. Said, "Look, we're going to fucking throw this game, and we're gonna allow them to kick the shit out of us." And they're like, "Oh, come on, coach! Oh, come on!"
We could take him easy. I heard someone say.
Right, and they're like, "No, hear me out." Then the league is going to just kind of relax a little bit, thinking we're not the front runners anymore, and we're going to march our way to that Super Bowl win.
It's brilliant.
Fucking
it's a brilliant
brilliant
strategy.
Brilliant! So I love this Rex Ryan. You'll see. It'll come out on a blog. I'm sure Puddle of AIDS is all over it on TedWilliamsHead.com. Great little sports blog that guy has. What else is going on in the world, man?
Yeah, what else is going on in this little blue marble, as I like to call it? That's what we are. Hurtling through space.
Did we mention
we all die?
Did you mention how they figured out there's a hell of a lot more stars than previously thought? I forgot the number.
How does infinite turn into more infinite? I don't get that.
There's so got to be life out there.
It's so funny how people they don't understand the scope of what the universe. When someone just goes, "Oh, in the whole world," people don't even realize how large that is, and then say in the whole universe, and then people get surprised when there's more shit out there. It's like, yeah, dude, it's the whole
Yeah.
The sun is
everything.
96 million miles away,
and it's
nothing, and that's
it's
nothing.
I hate people that discuss astronomy because it just creeps me out how large it is that I don't want to even go there in
Just
my brain.
keep going. Just keep going.
Wasn't Joe Rogan tweeting about a big mass the size of Jupiter just hanging out
outside of the solar system? Yeah.
What is that about?
Found something.
I try to avoid this stuff, but I follow Joe Rogan
Joe's
on
pot
Twitter.
addiction, I guess that's what that's about.
It's a big cloud of smoke.
No, but he
let out a year ago.
He loves his pot, but he's well researched.
He tweeted something.
This guy knows his shit
about the universe. It was an article about the universe has always been here.
Yeah.
Meaning, and I read the article, I actually added to it, with the Big Bang was something that happened.
See, I'm getting creeped out.
After a universe had already occurred, and then I believe when they say when all atoms or whatever, or all things lose their mass, it makes them something like that. Like meaning that there are two scientists claiming that the universe has been continual forever.
But how did it start?
It did not.
And what was here before
It's
that?
just
Maybe
empty
nothing.
space.
What do you mean
it's
empty space?
space
What was
that had to be here, and then
But how did that
the
get
whole
there?
cosmos? Because it's just emptiness. It
But who
had to
created
be.
the emptiness?
We
It
don't
had
comprehend
to
that.
be
I'm
because
getting
it's
fucking
there.
freaked out.
If we're here, it's there.
We just don't know what we're talking about.
It's infinite and never ending in a giant room of that goes on forever in every
But
direction.
how was that giant infinite room created to begin with?
But
and
it's
what
nothing
was in,
to create. It's
and
just nothing.
What was in its place before that?
Nothing, because it was nothing, and it's always been just nothingness. And
But
then
it's
it filled
something.
up, and then pieces of it fill up with stars and
But
stuff.
where did that shit come from?
From supposedly a big bang, some kind of cosmic soup
But
that
seriously,
mixed together and
play along
exploded
with
and stuff.
me. Like, all right, what was before that? And then you would explain
Just empty
that.
room.
And then what was before the empty room?
An empty room.
And then what was before that empty room?
A wall-less empty room, just that goes on forever, of empty space.
But how
of
did it all
nothingness.
begin?
How
the emptiness part?
Emptiness
even.
doesn't have to begin. It's just always there.
But then how
It's
does
just
it fill
empty.
up with stuff?
That something was in there, and it.
Why was
fucking-
that in there?
I don't know. A piece of dust.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
A
I'm
piece
not
of
even-
dust.
Where
Something
did that
happened.
come from?
It hit another piece of dust and all of a sudden made something.
But how did the dust get there?
Oh, that
How was the dust created?
big empty space wasn't dirty. It was a little dirty.
But how does it get dirty?
Hoarders.
Hoarders.
Space hoarders.
Now, man.
Space hoarding.
You know what I'm
Or
trying to
space
say,
hoard-
though? It's,
I know.
You can't
Well,
wrap your fucking
the whole
mind around
spark of where it all started brings you back to religion and a
That's why.
creator and all that. But
how was God created? He can't just be.
Mr. and Mrs. Kumia fucked, and their middle son.
Oh, boy.
See, I'm implying I'm God.
And on the seventh day, he said, "Let there be Alcoholics Anonymous." Please.
Pot talk, yeah. It's a little
And on the
pot
12th step.
There you go.
I agree. It's a little pot talk.
He said, "Boo." We this article that Joe tweeted though about the universe never having. Oh, let's see that what Oprah was saying too. Jupiter-sized dark object may lurk in solar system's outer edge.
What is it doing lurking? What does it want?
Wouldn't that just be an extra planet?
That's what I would assume. But they're saying
If it's
lurking.
an object, it might not be. It might just be gas. It might be some kind of other thing. I had to make a fart sound for gas because I couldn't sound too educated.
Farts. Gas.
Gas.
Oh, we got Michio Kaku wants to explain the history of the universe.
Oh,
Thank
really?
God. Michio Kaku.
Yes, good morning, Opie. I would like to help you understand
Okay.
the universe.
Is this salute?
Imagine you know nothing about carpentry or houses, but you show up and see an empty house. That is the beginning of the universe.
Oh.
Now imagine you have things to put in your house.
Like couches and
That
tables.
is the Big Bang.
Ah. Oh, I get it now. He sure made
Very
sense.
simple.
What would you call outside the house?
Everything outside of the house are things you know nothing of, so they don't exist until you discover them.
What's your
They
name?
have always been there.
What's your neighbor's house?
You have no neighbor until you discover them.
I like this guy. He's actually making sense, though. You have no neighbor.
Hey, a lot of fake Michio Kaku's called, but
Thanks, Kenny.
I'm going to put this one on hold so we give him a little code so we know it's this guy, because I want to talk to this guy. I like this fake Michio. Stay on the line, sir. Stay on the line. And here's another Michio Kaku checking in. Michio.
Connect to follow.
It's not Kaku, it's Stephen Hawking. You don't know what the fuck you are talking about. The universe is there. It has been there forever.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions?
That's all you give us, and then any questions? What a dick.
And he's gone. Perfect phone call right there.
It's been there. It's always been there.
Any questions?
Any questions?
Well, I guess not. I think
great.
you covered it all.
That's
Thank
an
you.
entire fucking year of college in front of a professor.
Hilarious.
There you go.
Larry King, we're going to miss him. He's almost done, huh? When is his last show?
December 18th, was it?
You really know?
I think it is.
So that would be a week from
Wasn't that Oprah?
Friday, I guess?
I have no idea.
Oprah's almost done, too, right?
I think.
Well, isn't she going to do shit for her own cable channel, though?
Oxygen, yeah.
Own.
The own. What you call it? The own.
Oprah Winfrey Network.
But what is she going to do on that herself?
Her talk show, I'm sure.
So
I'm sure she just put
so
it
why
over
the big
there.
goodbye?
She's saying goodbye to, like,
she's having
to split money with a syndicator.
Yeah, that's what it's about. It's about.
It's all about the almighty dollar, I say.
Yeah, exactly. The big old buckaroo.
It's in your purse strings.
She's having a major goodbye year, and you're telling me that the show basically will continue?
I bet.
Huh. You think that's what's going on?
Yeah.
She hasn't really announced that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because she doesn't want to piss off the syndicators? Then she's not really saying goodbye.
No, I never thought she was. I think she's just moving the whole thing. Maybe she'll
But
tweak
she had
the format.
she had Phil Donahue on going, what can I expect when I retire and all that crap?
She ain't retiring. She'd never retire.
Maybe she does a less of a schedule or something?
Maybe one of those kind of some specials.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll do some Oprah specials.
Hey, is Howard re-signing?
I have no idea.
No one knows.
I haven't heard anything.
I actually do know.
What is
Oh, you do?
What's word on the street?
He might.
He might.
I was talking to him. I said, "Are you going to sign again?" He goes, "Possible." We laughed. Made love.
Oh.
Someone's saying we got to go to Howie Leaks.
All right, we got
that'll show us.
All right, we got our next pair of tickets to see Paul McCartney. You read that.
Oh my God,
that's cool. But see the other part.
How
about you fucking do the right thing once? All right, we have another pair of tickets to see Paul McCartney at the Apollo Theater next Monday. It's a big fucking exclusive show. You can't buy these tickets. It's in we're celebrating 20 million subscribers at SiriusXM.
At the
of course,
Apollo
we're responsible
Theater.
for at least half of those. Everyone knows that.
Will Paul McCartney have to rub that log, that big Apollo Theater log on the side of the stage?
What the fuck's that about?
For good luck. They've been doing it for it's
when they rub the log before they go out on stage and perform.
Sure.
It's got to be really slippery with all the chicken grease.
Oh no, that's very racist.
What?
It's terrible.
I
think the Sandman will come out and give him the hook. Wouldn't that be great? Give McCartney the hook. He does his little tap dance and comes out. Just hooks him.
Comes out with a single a wooden leg, pulls him off, pulls his fucking wallet out of his pocket. Now here's for the new tickets, the new pair of tickets. My idea was, I said, let's see if we can throw a pile of shit onto a scale and weigh it. But they cut
like a pile, like from the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like just a wet pile of shit.
Big smelly pile of shit.
And the company said we'd like something even worse.
Yeah.
So I guess we've come up with something.
What have we come up with, Jimmy?
Well, I don't know if we're ready to divulge that. I don't know what the rules are.
I think it's E-Rock.
Oh, we're going to strip. You're actually shaking his head at me like tisk tisk.
Well, why doesn't E-Rock come in here so we could?
He's coming.
Yeah.
He's going to get down to his underwear and socks, and we're going to weigh him.
Oh no!
And you have to get his weight. I think exactly right. Yeah. You can't get it to the nearest kiloton.
Here comes the big man. Yeah, don't use numbers. Use objects like aircraft carriers. So this is Saturn V rockets.
So this is for the Paul McCartney tickets. Yes, and we're including the entire country.
Yes!
Except for, what is it?
No transportation included. Get yourself here.
Jeez.
Exactly.
No Canada? What about Hawaii and Puerto Rico and the other states?
Just the contiguous 48.
Puerto Rico, pretty much a state at this point, just not official?
I wouldn't include them.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck the PRs.
I see tourist commercials for Puerto Rico. Have you guys seen any of these yet? Where they're touting it, like the tagline for Puerto Rico is the oldest city in the United States.
In the United States, yeah.
And
how do they get away with that?
Because it's kind of American.
And a lot of the Caribbean, too, man. The Bahamas is pretty much the United States. You go down, have you guys ever spent time? It's all just American culture, and then they follow all the sports teams and all that.
Yeah, but
to
Puerto
say
Rico,
that it's the oldest city in
Puerto
the
Rico is actually...
Well, that's where we landed,
You don't need
right?
a passport. You don't need a passport to go to Puerto Rico.
No, I thought you did. I thought you need a passport now to go down to the.
You need a passport,
not
for
Puerto
everything.
Rico. No.
Yeah, you do.
No, just ID to fly, but you don't need a passport to go to Puerto
No,
Rico.
you really do.
You need a passport to go to like Bahamas.
No.
Puerto Ricans are eligible.
No.
Puerto Ricans are eligible.
Yes.
Good news, Mars.
Contiguous 48 states, D.C. or Puerto Rico.
But we can't get turkeys. I hope you've been around for a while.
longer.
Where's my turkey?
Turkeys for Thanksgiving. Everybody's going to be gobbling up tickets.
God, remember your job would give you a free turkey for Thanksgiving? That went away. The
And
Christmas
that made
party
you
went
mad.
away.
That actually made you mad because
you wanted more.
That replaced your fucking bonus.
Right.
Like, you're like, oh, great, a fucking turkey. I used to get like a week pay or something.
I want a turkey and I want a fucking Christmas party.
Think we'll get a bonus here this year?
The Christmas bonus is a thing of the past.
Yeah. The bonus you get here is you don't get fired.
That's a great bonus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's my bonus? The toilets will flush. We won't make you eat what's in them.
Why do we have to close the curtains?
Well, because he's going to strip down.
Yeah, it's simply to prevent vomiting on the carpets outside.
But to his underwear.
Sorry,
like, that's what anyone would see on the beach, washed up on shore with Greenpeace pushing him back.
Whale.
Open up the curtains.
What's that you're saying?
Okay. No, that's all right.
I feel uncomfortable with the curtains closed.
I love them closed. I hate when people can look in. Mind your business, fucks.
They're called looky-loos.
Exactly.
I hate the looky-loo.
When people look in, I just want to open the thing and just go, mind your business, fucker! Celebrity working!
Can you work in looky-loo?
Bunch of looky-loos.
Stupid looky-loos. So what's the contest, Jimmy? This is yours, I think.
Is it?
Or is it?
Not mine.
Who thought this horse shit up?
Said it was you.
Travis.
How will this translate into someone winning tickets? Degrading Iraq. How does that turn into like tickets?
Well, we're gonna weigh Eric in his undies and socks, and then whatever caller guesses the exact pound, not point, whatever, just the exact pound.
Right.
Do we round it up or do we round it down, or are we not able to round it?
No, we keep going until they got the exact weight.
No, I think we should probably...
Depending on the decimal.
Yeah, depending on the decimal. Less than 5 will round down. More
Oh, I see.
What if it's 5?
You guys will get...
You round up.
Then you round
Hold
up.
on. You guys will get an official weight for Iraq, and then the listener has to nail it.
How about we
I
just
don't care
use
if
the
this takes
decimal?
all day.
And then they will be provided with 2 tickets to Paul McCartney.
Yay!
Someone's saying the contest should be how long the scale screams.
Not that heavy.
Shut it right there.
What? We had to close the curtains?
Yeah.
Who said to close the curtains?
We can't have breast exposed.
Oh my God, they got him so bad. Sam ran away.
Dude,
Sam ran away. Sam ran away.
Oh my God.
That ain't right.
Very rarely do I see Sam almost not able to get out a joke.
I know. Almost didn't get the line out.
Do we really have to close the curtains?
Yeah.
Because the breast.
Who said,
Like he keeps
wait, who
saying
said
it.
that?
Yeah, because titties are all over the place.
How about Gary? How about Gary gets brave and comes in here and explains why the curtains have to be closed for a guy topless in his fucking underpants?
Well, if we can't see breast, then when Gary's head is in here, we'll have to close the curtains as well. Because he's a head like a boob.
What's
Gary looks like he's from the future.
Stupid egghead.
Oh, God
And I'm heating up. Because I tried to tag your line. I got so excited, and I said, stupid egghead.
Well, egghead is good.
Is it? Oh, boy. I got way too excited.
There's an egghead.
Why the curtains? I want an official explanation, because this shit's getting crazy and out of control.
We probably could have E-Rock in his underwear.
Let me go get an official.
I want the official explanation why the curtains can't be open for a guy that's just going to have his underpants on.
Yeah, just see if you can have him teleport in here.
It's like if you saw somebody in shorts walking around without their shirt on.
Yeah, we're just overthinking this whole thing, and it's very dangerous that we continue down this road like this.
You ever pick earwax and smell it?
Oh yeah, it stinks.
God, what are you doing?
I usually rub it on like a cracker though.
No.
Yeah, put a little,
that makes it too salty.
and then put a little strawberry jelly on it. Nice.
That's disgusting.
$100 for someone who does that right now. Oh, probably not allowed to do that, right?
Fuck, I'll do it for $100.
No consumption.
No consumption is one of the rules.
Food contest.
No food contest.
It's not a contest. This is a bet.
It is if it's money.
I'm gonna broadcast somewhere else.
Gary's got a long commute home back to Area 51.
Yeah.
The future.
Yeah. He breaks into a cold sweat whenever he goes by Roswell, New Mexico.
Bad memory.
Yeah. Let me see. He's a gray. Poor Gary.
That's funny. Come on. And how's this contest work?
I'm waiting for the official explanation. You got the official explanation?
Not yet. It's coming.
Oh, it's coming. It's got to. Is it still being hatched?
Well, it physically has to go down in the hall. And
are we trying to make contact? Anyone?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Travis is playing those tones.
Ma, me, mo, mo, ma. Because the lawyers say so. Me, ma, me, ma, me. I have no idea. I'll ask someone. Me, ma, mo, ma, me. Because everyone else hates the show, so they put me here. Me, ma, mo.
So, Gary, what are the rules? All right. So it's. Are you saying they got to guess closest to E-Rock's weight or catch it exactly? Uh-oh. No, that's not it.
That's Eric's stomach.
Oh, dude, that's not.
Oh, this is the conversation going on outside right now. Oh, really? But then Sam's on the keyboard. Oh, they're learning how to communicate. All right. Well, he's talked to the lawyers.
You could only mention it once.
You can only mention it once. Wait a minute. No transportation. No transportation. They got to get here on their own.
Cut from the replay.
Yes. Cut that. First one from the replay. Uh-oh, we've lost contact.
What's the cut from the replay mean?
We can't replay the first contest in the replay.
Because
the
people keep doing it.
Oh, my God, no.
Yes. Yep. People keep doing it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get stuck in a constant loop, and it could create a parallel, a tangent universe, they call it.
What a bunch of assholes.
Then all of a sudden, all the tickets are given away.
It's like some Donnie Darko shit.
Are you serious?
Really
no one told me. Oh, my God.
I would never lie about that.
What are they doing?
I'll lie about a
upstairs?
lot of things. HIV status, how much I make, whether or not I sharted, but I would never lie about a replay.
So why were we going to waste one of our good ideas on a contest that we can't replay during the whole day? Oh, fuck it.
Not only during the whole day, we can never replay it again.
Not even in our own minds or to our friends and family.
That has to be wiped now from the face of the earth.
I can't even play it to a friend through a buddy booth hole. Which is how I like to go to a buddy booth with a Victrola and play songs through the hole while a guy's putting his dick through.
All right, so what's the official reason why we can't even strip down? We can strip down E-Rock, but we have to have the curtains closed.
Because he has calves that are claymation. Yeah, I know your legs are good, but they're solid. They're too thick.
Travis,
like Davy and Goliath character. Davy and Monolith. Sorry. Sorry.
Eric.
Gravy and Goliath. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, right?
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah, sorry.
So, Eric in his underwear would not be something you would typically see walking around an office.
That's true.
So,
how about if we were at the Broncos?
Oh,
yeah, you know, I'm just.
No aquarium joke?
What's that?
No aquarium
No aquarium joke. I didn't think of one. It's probably better.
So why would that be a problem?
Yeah.
It's not nude.
Too sexy.
Well,
Jesus Christ. And who decided this?
They don't want the milk just to spoil.
Gary decided this? The guy that said Friday to me that he tries to fight for the show? That's hurting the show.
he does enjoy your future jokes.
I don't give
Does he?
Yes.
Well, he knew them before he came in.
We're not doing the future jokes for him. I don't care if he enjoys them. We're doing it for our audience. All this is for our audience.
No, it's not. It's so I can get paid and get blown. The audience is incidental. I don't know how they feel about this nonsense. I just want to put money in my bank account and lips on my cock. Deposits suck. That's how it works.
Let's do the stupid
Deposits suck.
Contest time.
Yeah.
Contest time.
All right. So
Everyone's ready.
we're gonna weigh him. Of course, don't blurt out his weight.
No, exactly.
You don't have to strip.
Then we might run out of show. There's a lot of numbers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 8, 9, 7. Be like yelling out pie.
Look, he got all excited.
Pie.
Just kidding.
Gotta get to 10.
Shit.
All right, E-Rock is stripping down to his underpants and socks.
Oh, here it goes.
Exactly. Every vagina on 6th Avenue is clamming shut.
Wait.
Clamming?
Yeah.
Oh, like a clam.
Yeah, exactly. But smelling worse. Be more destructive. Big dumb clam in the ocean. That is what a pussy should be called. Should be equated with some idiotic fucking creature that sits there with its mouth open. How's that, ladies? That's what that thing you lug around between your legs is. Big dumb ocean dweller. Does nothing.
Sits there with its mouth half open.
Die.
Sucking in.
If a pussy could talk, it would say, die. That's all it would say. Die.
Oh,
God damn it, Jimmy.
Wait, E-Rock's breaking the rules.
Take your pants
We're going to get in
off.
trouble because we made an official contest.
That is true. Yeah, you got
You gotta take your pants off.
underwear and socks.
Yeah.
We did say that, honestly. We did say it.
It's already been in the rules.
It's part of the rules. They wrote
What's
them up
that? You didn't
already.
agree to it? That's true. So you cannot do it and get us all fired.
Rules.
These are good.
What kind of undies you wearing there?
Boxer briefs.
Giant. Jesus, what'd you get out of jail in 1925 with those?
Look at his camel toe.
Elephant toe.
No. You said the shirt.
Yeah, honestly,
said on the air,
we did
shirt.
say we really did.
We did say shirt, too.
Say yes to the shirt.
I know, but the contest.
No, contest. We
Contest
said
rules.
I took off my shirt.
Official rules.
I
Yeah.
didn't sign off on it. I took
Official
off my shirt.
rules.
Rules.
Yeah, just go ahead. Just
It's going to be an illegal contest.
You got to. I took mine off last week.
It's got to be part of the rules.
pleasant.
So what?
That's why we're doing it.
To who?
Everyone. And
I
me.
don't care. It's funny.
Do you really have to tape it?
Rules.
Yes, I'm not taping. I'm just.
It's not taping. He's digitally recording
taking
it.
a crotch.
Jimmy, does-
Digitally recording it.
Does E-Rock have a big fucking piece in his pants?
No, he doesn't.
No.
Is it just the boxer briefs?
Fatty pubis.
You have a fatty pubis.
I heard it on a
Wasn't that
rerun
an
the
old
other day.
celebrity that killed a girl with a Coke bottle?
You got fatty pubis.
Oh, wait.
And he's got the stripes in his underwear going horizontal to make the area look bigger, I guess, right?
Yeah, he looks like he belongs on Coney Island in 1920.
This is not fun. Take it off.
Oh, come on, who cares?
As the cyclone.
Oh, we need the Baby Elephant Walk music, please.
Oh,
Try.
God.
Thank you to JD in New York City, producing the show from home today.
He's fine. He's got a gut. Who cares?
That's not.
Oh, there we go.
Big giant quarter nipples.
This is really
12-year-old tits.
This is really gay.
12-year-old tits don't look like that.
No.
Much smaller.
E-Rock's like, you're in shape fat-wise. Like, fat in shape, I think.
He looks like a weightlifter from an old carnival. He just needs handlebar.
Yeah, he should be lifting a barbells.
That's it. That's right, Chip.
We got the official weight?
No, we got to step on the scale.
Step on the scale. Let's make the official weight.
Ow! What's the scale?
I know.
Okay, we got the official weight.
Official weight.
What is it?
All right.
I can't say it.
I know.
You got to give it to Danny so we can see when we got a winner. Put that up on the screen. So the first person, and we're going to go from the first phone line right down to the bottom. First person that guesses E-Rock's weight will win the pair of tickets to see Paul McCartney at the Apollo Theater this coming Monday.
13th.
But you have to find your own way there. No transportation.
You have to be a subscriber since
November 15th.
And 18 or over.
And no hotel rooms, none of that shit. And you have to be 18.
You get tickets.
And you have to give us your firstborn, all that crap. Okay. Dominic in the Poconos goes first. Dominic in the Poconos.
Dom Poe, you're up.
What up? Keep the music going, Troy.
I think E-Rock weighs 224 pounds.
He's saying 224?
I don't even say it. It's either right or wrong. No,
Wrong!
Wrong. There you go. That's it.
Fuck you.
No hints.
Oh, he didn't take it
JR
very nicely.
in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
What's up, guys? I'm going to say 247.
Jimmy?
No.
All right.
We got Chris. Chris, where are you calling from?
Reading, Pennsylvania.
God, a lot of PA
Welcome
guys
aboard.
today. What's up?
222.
Jimmy?
No.
Damn it.
There you go.
Thank you.
Let's go to Jason in Gettysburg. What is Gettysburg known for, Anthony? Let's have a little fun with where these calls are from.
The Battle of Gettysburg?
That's right. Jason.
And that Budinsky's speech.
No, Gettysburg. It's a Jewish gas station.
People that have never heard of Gettysburg.
All right, Jason, go ahead.
I'm going to say 257.
Oh,
that's a wrong.
That's a wrong. Let's go to Lonnie in North Carolina.
Hey, can you tell me if everybody's been higher?
No, we can't tell you anything.
Nope.
All right, I'm going to change my original guess. I'm going to guess 221.
Oh.
Someone wants to know if they can, instead of giving a number weight, they could just give it in Ozzy's book weight. Is that possible? Not allowed? Oh, sorry.
We'll translate it into Ozzy's book weight afterwards.
Yeah.
Let's go to Peter in Massachusetts. Congratulations to your fucking pets. Go ahead, Peter.
219.
No.
No.
Peter.
Oh.
Peter's not here.
Peter.
Rich on Long Island. That would be Anthony.
That's pretty good.
E-Rock's weight is what we're looking
bag
for.
of shells.
For the Paul McCartney tickets. Rich, that would be you now. Rich.
Oh, boy.
Must have an AT&T phone.
Are we allowed to hang up on the guy, or is that going to be a
Yeah, his
problem?
fucking phone doesn't work. Fuck him.
Going once, going twice. All right. Let's go to Mike in Jersey, the home of Jerseylicious.
Mike.
Hey, boys.
What's up, Mike?
233 pounds.
What?
233.
233.
Whoa. Check the numbers.
233. I'm looking at the number right now.
Numbers.
We've got a winner!
Really sounds like a zoo.
That answer is true.
Wow, that sounded like a morning zoo. Ah.
That's right.
You
You're
win.
afraid to go to see Paul McCartney!
And for the people playing at home, that would be 12.9 Ozzy presents.
Yes.
Wow.
I hope he does this song.
Mike in Jersey will be
So I can
joining
take
us
a
at the
piss.
Paul McCartney show at the Apollo Theater this coming Monday. Congratulations, Mike.
I'm actually bringing my chick.
Thank you.
What do
Are
I
you really?
Yeah.
What do I do? Just hang up on this
Red
guy?
carpet?
Put him on hold.
There's no
What?
red carpet.
Oh, no.
I thought the guy would just show up.
Oh.
The guy just shows up and says he's Mike from Jersey.
There's so many mics in Jersey.
We're
Exactly.
good.
I'm talking
We're good.
to all of them sometimes.
We're good. Mike, just show up at the Apollo and say you're Mike from Jersey and you won the contest. We'll figure it out there.
Oh.
Doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle.
All right, clear the lines and stop trying to guess.
Exactly.
233, huh?
Although by
let's-
now,
let's
235
talk
would probably be right.
E-Rock just made.
How much?
What a face.
How much has he gained since the last time we weighed him? Who keeps track of that shit?
Travis has the facts
the
and
Lennon,
figures.
the Lennon book, and I ran out of improv.
E-Rock weighs 97 pounds more than me.
Oh.
Make it by yourself. Way to go.
This, have you been heavier than this at some point in your career? I'm just wondering. I honestly don't. You don't seem. I can't really tell.
I didn't hear the first part. Of
Oh,
what you said.
Is this the fattest you've ever been?
Oh, yes.
It is?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
He doesn't look fat when his shirt's off, though.
Want to know how much I was when I started?
You look like a pile of Sanjay Gupta.
He's on TV. What were you when you?
I was 189 when I started in 2004.
Wait, and you're...
Wow.
You put on 44 pounds?
Yeah.
Oh, E-Rock.
Oh, E-Rock.
E-Rock.
Wow. What
golly.
happened?
What don't you eat?
It's called stress. He works here.
Danny was 155. He's 183 now. Holy shit.
Well, we're all sitting
What
a lot.
about Travis?
I was at one point 127. I'm about 158 now.
What the fuck is going on?
I weigh more now than I've ever
You
weighed.
put on 21. It's because there's a lot of sitting, a lot of justifiable self-hatred. I put weight on. We all have. Oh, lost. No, I'll put weight on too.
No, I was 165. I'm pushing 180.
Ant put on
And
muscle
that's me.
weight.
It's all muscle mass with
Yeah.
me. It's all muscle now.
Ant's like a block of
fucking-
sinew and
I'm
tissue.
crazy.
And trust me, I'm fighting it every day.
I
trying
don't know
to
what
keep
I
the weight
weigh.
off.
It's so hard.
I haven't
And
weighed
I'm-
myself in
and I've gained
probably a
15.
year.
I will not weigh
So
myself.
could someone figure out how much weight the staff has gained since doing this? Put me in for 15.
I got to be 180. I'm so depressed.
Put me in for for 15 pounds.
That can't be true.
What's your number, Jimmy? How many
I'm not
pounds?
getting on the scale.
No, how many pounds since we started?
Don't
About?
know. Honestly, don't know. I might have been when we started. I was actually heavier.
So you're about even?
No, I've lost weight. If you see me on the HBO special in 05, I was a fucking.
All right, so you're out of the
I
equation.
weigh 180.
That first
I'm huge.
XM photo you
How much
were
weight have you gained?
A lot less than...
I'm less now, right?
Yeah.
I gained 10 pounds.
All right, put down 10 for Ant. 15 for me. Travis, 30?
Yeah, I was at
You're
127.
still a skinny little fuck.
What about Samuel?
What were you, Eric?
I was 187.
Let's see how much more. Wow,
how
you're
much-
contributing a lot to this extra person of weight
You
that
sure
we're all
are. You're fucking up the numbers.
here.
You're like the bell curve.
We're all going to get better grades because of you.
Yeah.
Thank you, E-Rock. I always loved that guy, though, in class. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Dummy.
Big bell curve.
My B- is now a solid B.
Big bell curve.
I've probably gained 8 pounds, I think.
All in your hair.
All right, so
Cute
we're
show.
going with the 6 people here. Danny, Travis, E-Rock, Sam, Anthony,
Want
and
to do
myself.
Roland?
Oh, my God.
Roland has gained a shitload.
He is the roundest thing.
Has he put on weight?
Has he put on weight?
Do you want the Just Us figure without Roland, or you want to wait for Roland?
Yeah, let's hear that
Well,
first.
we've made another person with all with all the fatness
Is
we
it
put
a
on
big person
in the
or a
last 6
little
years. No, he's a
person?
little
We know
guy.
it's not a bright one.
He's
When
a
a
little
cat
guy.
sheds hair.
I'd go. I'd go about 150 pounds, I guess.
It's under that, but it's 137.
Okay.
137,
But
okay.
we've collectively made a human being.
What are you holding?
Someone, yeah.
What?
What are you holding?
Gifts.
Holding like 4 Mexican babies.
No, in your hand.
Oh, Warriors of Warcraft.
Oh, is it the new one?
Yeah.
World of Warcraft.
What's it called?
World of Warcraft.
He has such a hard time saying it.
Well, the Warcraft.
Let me see. Is it the new one? Yeah.
Hey, that's nice of him.
I'll give that a try. Cataclysm expansion.
How much have you gained since we did satellite, or since we met you?
A lot.
About?
I was like 195 when I started here.
Could you get on the scale, or you don't want to do that?
Oh, no scale.
What do you think you
Why?
weigh?
What's the matter?
What?
Bruce would weigh himself.
Sure he would.
What?
What do you think you weigh now?
What would Bruce do?
What would Bruce do?
Bruce would weigh himself.
Exactly.
Or what would Ozzy do? Play this game?
Ozzy, ignore me. He'd walk out.
No, probably. I'm guessing 295.
You're saying you gained
295?
100 pounds since we met you?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Why?
Really?
What's up with that?
Why don't you come say that to my face, little man?
I said, let's find out.
Oh,
shit.
This way, please.
Remember, Roland don't take no shit.
No, I don't. I don't fuck with Roland. He's a guy I don't fuck
Roland's
with
vicious.
at all.
I will like.
Why 100 pounds?
Between food, booze, tears.
Did you change your eating habits, or is your metabolism just slowing down?
I think a combination of everything. Because I think I won like 185, 195 when I first started here.
Yeah.
I was walking down the street with Roland yesterday after the show, and it was like a little snow in New York, just tiny little snowflakes, nothing, no big deal. Everyone was bundled up, and he was outside with his T-shirt.
He wears his T-shirt.
He doesn't own
everywhere.
a winter coat, and the looks people
Because
give
Springsteen
him.
never put out a winter coat.
Were you cold?
That's pretty much it.
He's just never cold.
You come to work in a T-shirt, right?
Yeah.
And how cold? It's cold today.
People offer me jackets on the street. They go, "Can I buy you a jacket?" Like,
Really?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Like a bum?
Like people get weirded out that I don't wear jackets. It's just
I took him to a Rangers Islanders game. I probably told the story, but maybe for the new audience. And he lives sort of close to me, so I went to meet him so we could take a subway down the Garden. And it was a snowy fucking winter day, and it was freezing. I was wearing gloves, which I rarely wear. That's where I stop. I don't need gloves and a hat and shit. But I had the gloves and the hat on because it was definitely really cold. He's on the corner waiting for me in a T-shirt.
Does your head not get cold?
No, I'll sweat.
It's the weirdest thing.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Ah, boy.
No, when I was with Carson Daly, I was 120.
No way.
Yeah.
Do you have pictures of that?
A video.
When were you fucking him?
No.
Say when you were with.
When he worked for him.
Say, no, of course.
No, I was like between 115 and 120.
How do we find that picture?
I want to see that.
It was on your MySpace, right?
Yeah.
Really? You were a skinny little kid?
Oh yeah.
Were you always small growing up?
No, over there is like pure stress. Like you had no time to eat.
You're a waif.
What? Yeah. Is that?
I gotta go.
That's Roland.
Oh, he's got to blow it up?
Hold on, man. Sorry.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Sorry for the people that don't have TVs attached to their radios.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's their problem.
It's a
the
terrific
future.
technology. Go to Best Buy and get one of those. Makes the show much better.
Oh yeah.
Does Gary say if that's going to be happening or not in the future?
Gary.
Yeah, that was the Karma Electric one. That was like that was probably like
Let me see.
115.
I gotta get it.
Where's that picture?
Everybody gonna be all right. Everybody gonna. Oh, that's gonna be the drum solo portion of the evening for me, where I get up and go to the bathroom. Hope I don't get mugged. Are there gonna be a lot of the people that usually go to the Apollo Theater?
Probably not.
I wouldn't think so.
Whitey's taking over, right?
Yeah, when Bruce played there.
What about security? What do you think?
They probably go, "Come on in."
A lot of security?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Oh my God, the security for this show is gonna be ridiculous.
Crazy? Yeah, I bet. Everybody gonna be all right.
While we wait,
yes?
do you guys want to hear how much weight Eric has lost in the last month and a half?
Yeah.
1 pound.
A lib.
In a month and a half?
Do you want to know how much weight Eric has put on in 7 months?
But wait, the 1 pound, we never weigh him without his clothes on.
Oh, that's true.
This is like the stock market when you look at the daily chart and then the monthly chart, and it's like you look at the daily and go, "Hey, the stock's going up," and then you look at the monthly and it's like, "Oh, no, it went down." Oops. So you're saying in a month he's lost a pound?
According to my records,
yeah,
he has lost a pound in a month, but he has gained 6 pounds since May.
Ah.
Not bad.
No, he's kind of evening out.
You know what the best thing is, though, that he has to look forward to? Once a guy gets married, he always loses weight.
No, see, that's not true.
That's right.
Has that ever happened in the history of men and marriage? I submit to you no. Oh, God.
All this just to see Roland skinny.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
I went and tracked him down on the old MySpace, but I guess me and Roland aren't MySpace friends, and his profile's private. So
You're not MySpace friends?
I guess not.
I tried to become MySpace friends with Colin Quinn, and he's full. He's full up.
Well, he's a big Broadway star.
Won't let me in.
That would be I am Colin Quinn on Twitter, though.
Yeah. I follow Colin on Twitter. Yeah. I got to see that show still. My God.
Now Roland can't get into his own MySpace.
Well, hello.
Hey, Roland, Dark Steve's concerned. Do you have the sleep apnea? Gaining that much weight?
What do you mean? I sleep.
Do you sleep
what
well?
do you mean?
I sleep everywhere.
Yeah, he's gotten busted twice sleeping in our meetings.
Well, Roland was at my house for the Jets game. He lives in the neighborhood, and all of a sudden he starts falling asleep, and I start getting the itch to go get my HD flip, and he knows. He woke up and goes, "I'm leaving before you tape me." I'm like, "How do you even fucking know?" And he fucking got up and left.
Twice now he's fallen asleep at our meetings, and the boss has said, "You having a nice nap, Roland?" And instantly he opens his eyes and says, "Praying for your soul."
Really? He doesn't go, "Hiya."
I try to remember.
We're still waiting for the Roland thin pick.
He can't remember his password.
I haven't been on the MySpace in a while, huh?
I'll try one more.
Bruce.
It's all about how many U's is in the password.
How many U's? Bruce. I thought it was Bruce, but it might be Bruce.
I'll try one more.
Try one. Try Bruce.
Try Bruce.
Is he trying to figure out his password?
Or one Bruce.
Yeah, I can't remember. I haven't logged
Everyone
in
does the
since
same dumb things with their passwords, man. Add a number. Okay, I'll just put a 1 at the end of my normal password.
Oh, I think
you got it?
This computer stay. It'll go. Or we'll try.
Yeah.
All right, we
Maybe
should
not.
probably break. Just.
I don't know.
We're only doing this for us, by the way. This is the dumbest thing.
There we go.
Ah, you're in. Who are the chicks?
Bruce 99.
Bruce 99.
Bruce 99.
Bruce.
Bruce 99.
Bruce.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Why are the
God.
computers so slow around here? I don't
Yeah,
know.
what's
You know
the
what
matter
it
with
is?
the
It's a
computer?
combination of the connection and Internet Explorer and all
That's
sorts
a
of shit.
high-speed computer you're working
It
with
is?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, D-boy.
Can we?
I don't know how to use this anymore.
All
What
right,
the fuck is this?
Take a break. Maybe after the fucking break.
That doesn't look like MySpace.
I don't know. I haven't been on MySpace forever. I don't know what the fuck
MySpace
this
is fucking terrible. It's nothing. What does their spam filter do? Invite it? It's like a fucking fly pest strip for spam. It just shows up.
They blew it, but they're trying to change things up, right?
That's
Yeah,
great. I'm
they
catching
got-
up to Facebook.
Holy
They're
shit,
trying
that's
to do
Roland.
a-
Look at Roland.
Let me see Roland,
No way.
Roland.
He looks like a little guy.
Fucking click into it, you shitbag.
Why can't you click into it?
Why can't you just click into it, dude?
I don't know.
Just
click into it.
allowing anything, is it?
There's way too much like scripts running on this webpage. It just doesn't want to do anything.
Roland, you were tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're a skinny
Oh,
guy.
How many years ago was
Let me
that?
see.
That was like
He's almost thinner than Travis in that picture.
probably 2001 or 2 because Carmen Electra did our show back, like a test show.
Wow.
Who is that bitch?
And then what happened? Did your metabolism slow down? Did you slow down?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Oh, probably the booze. I'll be honest with you.
Booze. That's what I say at home.
That was before.
Booze.
This was before I was invited to all the SNL parties. And then
Yeah.
once you start getting invited, the drinking goes up 20-fold.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like I fell asleep. I woke up in Central Park 4 times, Gramercy Park 3 times.
Wow, that doesn't even look like you.
Who have you met at the SNL party? A lot of cool people, right?
Everybody.
You can't take pictures there, though, right?
No, Clinty goes. Everybody goes there.
Wow, that doesn't.
Holy shit, that's you.
Yeah.
Hey-o!
You could tell it's you, but
Yeah.
wow.
You're much jollier now.
Dr. Steve has a diagnosis. He's confirming your diagnosis.
Oh.
Daytime somnolence. SOMNOLENCE.
Daytime somnolence.
He's telling you what you got.
Okay. That's awesome. So when I wake up, I go, I have daytime somnosis.
And what is that? Daytime fucking.
I don't fucking know. What you want?
Like, what does it do?
You want Dr. Steve on the phone, or do we have
Yeah.
to take leaks?
We could do both.
We need
but
some
I do.
fluid out of the penis.
Yeah, slow, it's a little fluid.
Homeless Jim on Twitter writes, E-Rock's wedding photographer must have been Google Earth. That's just...
Oh, the old
That's
Google
not
Earth
nice.
gag. We get it.
That's not
He's
nice.
so big that a satellite is needed to take
That's
his
so
picture.
not.
Is what the guy was saying there.
When you go with
I
the
think.
Hubble telescope.
Yeah, you go with
Do a
Hubble.
do a little
Google
Hubble
Earth
joke.
is cool, though.
That's more now, right? Google Earth.
Yeah. That's.
All right, why don't we'll break and we'll diagnose.
Can we talk to
Roland
Dr. Steve after?
Yeah, we'll do a little Al Pacino and Larry King. And, and this too.
And now, the Opie and Anthony Show on the Pirate Sirius XM.
Hey, got Dr. Steve standing by, but really fast. You know, reality shows are pretty much they pretty much have jumped the shark, right?
Ran their course.
Well, there's one on I believe E. We have to watch. We have to pull clips from.
Is it?
It's called Bridalplasty, I believe.
Bridalplasty.
Now, it's the format of Real World, Big Brother. You've seen it a million fucking times. You got a bunch of brides. They're going to get married soon.
Yeah.
They're in a house, Anthony.
Of course they are.
And they have challenges.
Of course
and
they
the winner
do.
of the challenges get plastic surgery on the spot to get themselves the perfect look for their perfect wedding is
Right.
the premise of the show. And I was watching yesterday a little bit, and they had this big challenge, and the girl that won got a nose job immediately.
Oh,
And then they
really?
show the nose job surgery. And then they drag her back to the house where all the rest of the contestants are waiting, and they cheer her on like, oh, my God. And they start crying because they weren't the ones that got the nose job prize. And then they have a big room that says in huge letters, recovery room. And then they go into this room and hang out for a day or two while the rest of the house is competing for other challenges.
Do
and
they all
stuff.
have big schnozolas or something?
They all got fucked up shit happening.
Like some kind of fucked up...
Some of them need some lipo sucked out of their, some shit sucked out of their asses. Some need the breast implants. They kicked out a girl yesterday that had chunks of her breast removed from some kind of pre-cancer or some kind of cancer scare.
Lord.
And they kicked her out, even though she had a great personality. They all said how she's a great person and this and that, but they kicked her the fuck out of the house.
Damn.
And she was one of the ones that really needed some help to get her body back together for the wedding.
I guess
this
she
show
just
is
wasn't
so,
good enough for the show.
Dude, the show is so sick because the girls are crying because they're not winning the procedures.
Fatty.
It's on E. It's unbelievable.
E.
And it's Shanna, Mokler or whatever.
Never heard of her, sir.
Yeah, you did. She was married to Travis Barker.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they're married anymore. She had a little reality show, and she was like a former Miss USA or one of those. But you got to take a peek at the show, how twisted and sick it is.
Oh, yeah, she needs a schnoz right there.
That wasn't the schnoz winner, though.
Well, she needs one.
Maybe we could get some clips for tomorrow. Maybe Sam...
Clits for tomorrow?
Yeah, some clits would be nice.
All right.
And maybe Sam could work on some
What was wrong with the toothy one there?
Which one?
Up in the upper... Yeah, that one. What does she need?
That was the one that got the nose job yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Cheyenne Akins, 21.
Does that scroll down any further? Is that picture any longer? Can you see her ass?
She was pretty hot, but she had a fucked up big nose, which the plastic surgeon had to point out to her. How bad her nose was, and when I take care of your nose, you're going to even be more beautiful. It's a sick fucking show.
Nose job lipo on a wish list.
Yeah, they all have
Nose
wish
job.
lists. I forgot. I don't know much about this show because I took a peek yesterday for the first time.
There's one on here that's really strange.
Outer thighs, liposuction of inner thighs, gums reduced, shortened second toe, remove scar on nose, redo veneers.
Yeah.
Inner knee liposuction.
Yeah.
Remove suspicious looking mole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her wish list.
I like the fact that the bitch has fat knees and she wants to fix them.
She's 21.
Hey, fat knees. That was her nickname in high school.
And your toes are too big.
Yeah, and that one toe. Take a
Yeah,
bolt
hey,
cutter
fat
to
knees,
it.
get over here.
But someone who's watching the show, maybe they could explain, because they all have wish lists, and then I think when they win a competition, maybe they get to pick which one they want done immediately. I don't know.
That bitch got fat knees.
And the further they go, the more procedures they get on this fucking show. They're getting Botox and all sorts.
So she could win more shit?
Yeah.
What does this chick need?
What?
Which one, that one?
Breast augmentation, nose job, teeth whitening. What is that? Filler?
Yeah.
For upper lip?
She's got no upper lip, I guess.
Okay.
and Botox on her forehead.
You guys go with one of the
She's
fatties.
23 and wants Botox on her forehead.
Go with the one in the top corner or the one next to her. Those are two fatties.
Hold on. Who is that wrinkly-headed bitch?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's fatty? Oh, yeah.
Skin resurfacing. Liposuction of arms. Breast lift. Breast augmentation. Liposuction of flanks.
If she has a flank.
A tummy tuck. Liposuction of inner thighs, outer thighs, and knees.
Another fat-kneed bitch.
Go to the one right next to her on the chart.
Who is that wrinkly-headed bitch?
This one wants a brow lift.
She's
Liposuction of the
32.
chin. Liposuction of the jowls. Liposuction of the cheeks. Breast reduction. Breast lift. Tummy tuck. Laser skin resurfacing. Liposuction of flanks, inner thighs, outer thighs, and arms.
Perfect.
This show is sick, dude.
It's great.
And they had where they gave everybody a prize, and they go, well, run downstairs for your prize. And they ran down, and there's doctors and nurses waiting with needles. And they were going to get, I think, Botox right on the spot.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Excellent. It's an excellent show.
This is really good. I hope it really takes off and
Fox
children start getting liposuction.
There's controversy on the show. I didn't even know. Hold on one second. Pirate trucker in Wisconsin.
Yay.
Pirate trucker.
Hey, morning. I was watching Fox News, one of the panels, and they were saying they don't know how this show is continuing to stay on TV because in California on the books, just for this purpose, they have a law that prevents doctors from giving away liposuction or giving it as a prize in a contest.
I'm sure they figured out some way.
Yeah.
I'm sure their lawyers are better than the lawyers here. We can't do liposuction contests.
Well, this woman, the one we're talking about, her name is actually, it's Long Toes McGillicuddy.
Yeah, the one wanted her toes shortened.
Who is that bitch with sleeve-stack tootsies?
But they don't even know if the show...
Walks around tapping the bathroom floor like a velociraptor. You know she's coming. Get a clicking sound.
She spits in some fat man's face, Newman.
They don't even know if the show's legal. Let's say hi to Ethan in California. Ethan.
Hey, yeah, my wife watches this show. It's fucking terrible. So what it is, like they do challenges and stuff. And if they win, they have the plastic surgeon is like right there in the house.
Right.
In the house?
Can I? Ethan, why can't you admit that you watched the show? Why does it always have to be my wife watches it, and then you gave a lot of details?
But that's the excuse you give.
Yeah.
No,
you always make it look like Oprah's just on a loop in your house.
All right.
On a loop. Like you're a victim of circumstance.
You know what? Fuck.
When you're really sitting down at bonbons.
You fucking got me bad.
Exactly. You actually make her turn off sports. Hey, look, this is a big one today.
You fucking got me bad.
Oprah's interviewing Whoopi for the first time in years.
Ethan, I apologize. You're right. The other day, she left to go to school, and I was in bed with my kid with a what the fuck was I eating? Oh, the new M&M pretzels.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good.
Oh, they're ridiculously good.
I would love to.
And
eat
I was
them.
watching Housewives of Beverly Hills. She's like, you're like a fucking housewife. I'm leaving the house, and you're fucking hanging out like a housewife.
I was playing music on the way home this is the worst part about dating or marrying somebody younger. I was playing music on the way home last night, and my girlfriend just goes, "You're a fucking 50-year-old white woman."
She really tells it like it is.
Oh, boy, I was listening to Vicki Lawrence.
No, you weren't.
The night the lights went out in Georgia. Sometimes I listen to old people music to really bug her. She hates when I put on Warren Haynes. She hates when I put on Vicki Lawrence.
You put on
Cat
the
Stevens.
night the lights went out in Georgia.
Yeah, but then I segued into Vicki Lawrence's cover of Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. And she's like, you just love when women ruin songs. I'm like, why not? You bitches ruin everything else. Oh, shit.
Now that I got caught so bad and I was trying to call out Ethan, the reasoning is it's so scary to admit to anything on this show.
Why?
Yeah,
you
because
can't
you
just
will
say,
have to
"Hey, man, I was watching Oprah and
faggot."
Yeah, and Oprah had President Bush on. It was a great interview. You just can't do it that way. You have to kind of
watching Oprah.
You kind of have to weave.
It's like if you're watching Oprah, you're just sucking a dick. And
yeah, you can't just say it. You got to kind of. I walked in the room and Oprah just happened to be on.
The TV fell off the wall.
Because my kid found the remote and he just started changing the channels. I don't know. You're right. You're all fucking right. Thank you, Ethan.
Hey, see ya.
Let me one more and then we'll move on. Brad in Cleveland. Brad.
Hey, guys, how's it going? Thanks for taking my call.
Is this one of the good clips?
I don't know.
I saw this clip too. Maybe I do see the show a lot more than I admitted. Brad, go ahead.
Hey, that guy was wrong. They don't do the surgery in the house. They take him to a place. I do watch the show. I admit it. Me and my girlfriend watch the show.
Right.
It's hilarious. These bitches are so callous. There was a cute girl. She had cysts on her titties. So she had her tits removed.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Don't joke.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and so they kicked her off because she was a good contestant. Like, she's way too smart to stick around.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of her.
Oh, so you know what it was? Some guy probably made a comment to her. Who is that city that I can't say it? Yo, sis titties, get over here.
Oh.
I insist. Get it?
One broad needed a clit tuck, by the way. Thank you, Kevin from Connecticut. A clit tuck happened on the show.
A clit tuck.
Hey, can we just play that clip? Is it worth playing?
I don't know. I didn't listen to it.
Okay, so this is one of the contests they did, the puzzle play.
Ooh.
Bridalplasty. It's worth a peek on E.
Hello, ladies, and welcome to the bridal tent. This will be the site of your very first challenge. This game and this entire competition is about transforming the old you into the new you. In front of your pictures, you will see a stack of magnetic puzzle pieces. When you put these pieces together, they'll form an image of what you could possibly look like at the end of your journey. A brand new you, made over, wearing a bridal gown. When I say go, you will race to finish the puzzle and assemble the new you over the old you.
Oof.
Oh my gosh.
Ugly cunts.
I am terrible at doing puzzles in general. Now, ladies, over there is a tray with 10 syringes. As you finish your puzzles, you may grab a syringe, go downstairs, where Dr. DeBro and his staff will be having an exclusive first-class injectables party right here in the house.
Thank you. The best show ever.
Injectables party.
Now you're in. It looks like it would be on SNL, like a parody of reality
Grab a
shows.
syringe.
So they grabbed the syringes and they ran downstairs and they had a big party going on. As they were giving them Botox or whatever, filler, I don't know, whatever the fuck they were doing.
Giving them all those duck lips.
Yeah. The show is twisted, I'm telling you.
They're pushing the plunger in all the syringes, and one of those contestants they're pulling it out.
That's a creative meeting that I would have fun at, I think, because it's like, you know, all right, so The Bachelor, they give out roses, and this other show gives out whatever. Yeah. What can we give away to these contestants? And someone went, let's give them syringes.
Syringes.
And then everyone went, okay. Now that's what they do.
That's why we got to work somewhere else, because
that's fucked up.
You can't even bring that up around here. People would be like, what's wrong with you?
It's much too offensive.
Right, but they're getting away with still, you know, very edgy stuff everywhere else except here.
Yeah, imagine if
on our show.
If we said, look, we want to make a little round table, put syringes on it, and then have a doctor, and then people come in, they pick a syringe, they go down the... They'd be like, what?
They already
what?
said no 3 or 4 times.
They'd be like, what? Wait, what? Syringes? What? It's an injection party.
Yay. Hey, can we get some more clips from that show for tomorrow? Because when they're losing their minds and crying because they didn't win the breast implants and all that, it's unbelievable.
Well, it shouldn't be too bad. I think there's only 2 episodes so far.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm all in. I've
Something
seen
tells
every
me this
minute
won't
of this
be
show
on for long enough.
There was a coming preview for next episode where they're giving somebody breast implants, and the doctor actually goes, "Look how she just engulfs these."
Engulfs these. Right. Did her titties just go right over him real nicely? Is that what he meant?
I guess he was very happy with the procedure that was going on. Here's Al Pacino on Larry King.
When I look at your credits, just some of them. Godfather, Serpico, Dog Day Afternoon, Scarface.
Author.
That great line. Do that line. The great
every day above ground is a good day.
No,
that's an Oliver Stone line.
My little friend.
Oh, say hello to my little friend. Yeah.
Asshole, Larry.
Oh
Larry's
my God! Do you believe he did that? I was just completely embarrassed. Do that famous line.
How about Glenn Ross? You fucking shitbag of a man.
Do the famous line. I would have gone for the first time together again. For a get-together to do the bit, yeah. Why would he make him do that? It's Al Pacino. You fucking... And he's not going to do it like that.
He's not going to do it right.
What do you think? He's going to put the accent on for you, Larry? What a dunce.
Yeah, Larry.
What a fucking dunce.
Dr. Steve's on the line, and Roland wants to know what he has.
Dr. Steve.
Dr. Steve. So Roland used to work for Carson Daly, and he's gained about 100 pounds, I guess.
Yep.
In how many years? It's been a while, though, 8 years or so. It's not like it was overnight.
No.
Right.
And you're saying he has some kind of daytime thing.
Well, that's just a symptom. He admitted he has daytime somnolence, which just means you fall asleep during the day, and that's one of the chief symptoms of sleep apnea is that people, they think that they sleep during the night, but they're really not sleeping adequate or good sleep, so they, fall asleep during the day.
I have to step in on this though, Dr. Steve, because he did tell me he falls asleep during the day, but it's only in management meetings, and I can absolutely see how that happens.
Yeah.
Because I've been in those meetings, and I've been completely nodding off. It's just something that happens in those meetings.
They should bottle that shit.
They really should bottle that shit.
The new sleep aid.
Bottle that mess.
Yes, I sit there and my eyes are open, but I'm pretty much dazed and completely out of it.
Sure.
You don't think he's sleeping, though?
Well, that's that coupled with the 100-pound weight gain and his nasal, obstruction that you can hear pretty plainly on the air. The three of those go together to at least lead you in the direction that he's probably got sleep apnea.
Well, you know what it is, too? He gets like a blockage from mucus buildup, and it drains from the nasal passages. And you got to get something to do to fix that, or you're going to wind up suffocating like Reggie White.
What do you need me for?
Yeah, it's a very viscous, thick buildup. Breathe right strip can work. We might want to go a little bit more medical. Get surgery.
I'm still laughing about Long Toes McGillicuddy.
That show.
Toes McGillicuddy.
I can't wait for the next episode. This show is twisted, man. Bridalplasty or something like that.
Hey, I do those injection parties.
Oh, what?
I do those injection parties, and who better to inject your face with Botox than a hospice doctor?
Oh, yeah, right. You deal with people that are pretty much checking out.
Yeah. Well, no, I do those. I do the injection parties on the side.
Now,
Are you a hospice doctor?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Is that where you? I didn't know that.
He's a good guy, man. I don't know how you do that
I'm
shit.
dual certified in family medicine and
No, you're not.
hospice.
He just,
So you
it's
know,
just the easy way out. It's pretty much, hey, what could go wrong? The guy lives.
You know what? That's right.
Yeah.
That's doctors who aren't that good.
Yeah.
They always go with the hospice because they're like, what am I going to do? Make a mistake?
Yeah.
It's the worst that's going to happen.
Sorry, I said Tuesday. It was Monday. Sue me.
Yeah. So sue me.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a hell of a job, man.
Yeah.
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 Rotting old people.
It's
That's
not.
terrific.
I've spoken to Dr. Steve about that. He says it's not that bad.
Yeah, no, it's very
bad because it's fulfilling.
How is fulfilling to watch an old person die
No,
or
you know
a
what?
very sick person die?
It's a downer, but
It's giving them comfort.
If you've got people who are suffering,
Are you the angel of death?
Yeah, you smother them with a pillow. Here's a pillow with handlebars on it.
you have people
Steering
who are
wheel.
suffering, and
Do you go in there and go, my method is unorthodox? You think he has an unorthodox method?
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's a pillow with Heaven Express written on it.
never mind.
Fuck it.
Yeah, because you do that and it pushes the nose to the side. And there's a gum imprint with teeth on it, and they know you smothered them. You may not see it on the servers, but the autopsy later will reveal it. Little teeth imprints in the gums.
You do these parties now. What does this entail? Like, do people just say, "All right, shoot up my forehead"? Or
Yeah. You get the thing I like about it is it's a switch from my regular job because it's basically young, healthy, good-looking women who want to look better, and you get 5 or 6 or 10 who want to have some Botox, and you order the Botox and you have them over to the house and ply them with a little wine and
jeez, that sounds fantastic there.
And we just do the from the eyes up, so you can do crow's feet, foreheads, those little lines between your eyebrows, the frown lines.
How about that one dumb line under their nose? Can you fill that up so no more sound comes out of it? How about that horrible gaping wound on a woman's face that idiocy tumbles out of?
Shit.
Hey, Dr. Steve.
Yeah.
I got to ask this.
Yes.
How big's your cock?
I need to know, yeah. Were you,
we have a girth bet going.
You sound like you were. You sound like you might have been a swinger back in the day.
Yeah, I was a fun party guy, years and years ago, but I'm just kind of...
He would have swing parties, but it wasn't a traditional swing party. Him and 5 friends would fuck somebody in a coma. I'm making myself giggle. I'm sorry, Dr. Steve. I'm tired.
Of course.
Yeah, you notice at the heart of your push, your head moves up on a pillow. Are you mad at me? I don't mean that.
Shake that corpse.
You're a good man.
From yesterday, the bear.
Yeah. Right.
All right.
Dr. Steve,
We got 3 minutes to kill.
Oh, boy, you know this show too much. Hey, is Roland going to be okay? What does he got to do?
Well,
we love the Roland. He's helped the show tremendously in the last month or so.
Absolutely, and one of the things is that if he did have sleep apnea and got it treated, a lot of his weight would come off pretty quickly.
Oh.
And it's just a suspicion, just from the things that he said and the way that he sounds.
Well, I got to jump in. We'll get serious for a second. So, people that are overweight and they take care of their sleep apnea, the weight falls off them quickly. How is that?
Well, because it's harder to lose it when you're living half your life as an anaerobe. In other words, with somebody who is not living with as much oxygen as they're supposed to. At night, some of these people with sleep apnea, their oxygen will... Did you hang up on me?
No, right here.
That is so funny.
You panicky Pete.
What panicky Pete? Sometimes
did you hang up on me?
Yeah, anaerobe and slippers.
It got real quiet.
No, sometimes we care what you have to say.
We were actually interested.
Yeah, continue.
I will say, though, that I think I have apnea.
Really? Yeah, Dr. C, please, continue.
Half of their...
Oh, no. I really wanted to hear that.
Oh, no.
Of course you... That's what makes it good. I don't
Dr.
know.
Steve.
No.
It sucks to hang up on nonsense.
Oh,
I have apnea, I think.
You have the apnea?
I'm always tired, dude.
Yeah.
Does your chick say if you snore or anything, or?
A lot of times I'll wake up and there'll be a sock in my mouth and a clothespin on my nose, and she said you looked cold.
You guys are a comedy team. The fuck goes on in that
Abbott
house?
and Costello.
Oh, fuck, man.
All right, Roland, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah, good luck. God bless. You'll be fine.
Oh, Roland's just been standing there the whole time like, this is great.
Go take a nap.
You got to go take a nap. Are you sleepy?
Oh, yeah.
Always.
I'm always tired, too, though. I feel like I don't feel well-rested ever.
You got to wear one of those masks with the pump the oxygen into your face.
I fell asleep on the keyboard. I passed out. And
Really?
I sent an email to my friend just said FFGGG111. I just fell.
That's actually the WikiLeaks password for the encrypted documents. It's funny if he said that and all this government stuff came out, and then that lady's toe still. Imagine she went in and they read her chart wrong and they made her toe longer.
Toes McGillicuddy. I don't know why that
Long
McGillicuddy
toes.
thing just fucking makes everything funnier.
It just really does. Cancer McGillicuddy. Look, AIDS McGillicuddy. Burn victim McGillicuddy. WikiLeaks McGillicuddy. Drunk driving death McGillicuddy. It does make everything okay, doesn't it?
It really does.
Oh no, it's child rape McGillicuddy.
Dead Fresca from Charlotte says Jimmy is on fire today.
Oh no, I'm burning McGillicuddy.
There you go.
See, McGillicuddy just makes us
What
all
about
happy.
those tickets, Jimmy? What about those tickets?
Well, they go on sale tomorrow. It's for myself and McGillicuddy Burr and McGillicuddy Attell and McGillicuddy Brewer. We're at the Boar McGillicuddy Gala at January 15th Late Show. Tickets go on sale Friday at 10. The last show sold out in about 2 hours. So you can make sure that you get them, and it will be fun.